Good morning.
Good morning.
Good
Good
morning.
morning.
Good morning. I have lots of notes ready for this morning, just in case it's too early for me to remember what I want to cover today. I'm excited. And I'm really, really excited to be at the craft house this early. I'll come early on the weekends, but not as early as I came today. Last night I was up laying all of the stuff out to put my tree up. And it was a good time. I was in there doing all kind of crazy stuff. I saw things that I wanted to make ornaments at like Target and Hobby Lobby, and they were not ornaments. So I had to like drill holes in them and like add hooks and stuff. So the life of a crafter, right? We just can't stop crafting ever. Will this have a replay or is it a pop-up? This will have a replay because I added it to the schedule. So because there's so much we're going to cover today, we do have a replay, but I am excited to be live with those of you who can stay the whole time. I got my notes ready. We're ready to go. So good morning. Thank you for waking up this early. This is intentional, guys. This is very intentional. I went to sleep around 3:30 a.m. and I'm still going to get up because I'm going to make time for my business. And I'm going to order stuff today. It's not for my actual customers. I try to respect their privacy even on the coaching side, unless I had permission to, like use their actual stuff or something. But this is what it will look like for me. And it's never, a bad thing to kind of sacrifice a little bit of your time for the greater outcome, right? So if you can wake up early and it is something that you can make a part of your practice moving forward, then definitely try and do so as long as you're able to get, enough sleep to make it by. And I do have a nap scheduled for later today because I have lots of events to go to today, but I'm so excited. So I'm going to give you guys in a little bit, I'm going to send you a companion that I made for you for the class. I'm not going to send it to you guys yet because I don't want y'all so focused on reading the companion that you're not paying attention to what we're talking about. Let me let Melissa in. Is there anybody who's like all the way with it right now that I could maybe make a co-host so that you could let people in if I'm not paying attention? Let me see. Anybody? Oh,
Good morning. If you need help, I can help you.
I can't. I don't know who said that.
The name.
Okay, thank you so much. Okay, I got you. I just don't want to, I have a really, I struggle with making sure that I let people in. I don't know why you didn't pop up to me when you were talking. Okay, so I'm gonna make you co-host. So please just keep an eye on the room in case anybody's waking up and they want to join us. Okay, thank you so much, and thank you, Melissa. So, all right, so I'm gonna kind of tell you guys. I'm gonna be honest. I just I was so excited about this. I planned this whole thing out and then I was adding more and more and more. So we're going to get through as much as we can. I've really been trying to, I tell you guys, like when you're struggling with something, when you feel like you need help with something, kind of make it clear. So, one, Melissa, one of my newbies, I want you to hold me accountable today because I tried not only to, when I'm going through things, to go through them, but also break down some of that terminology as well. And I did make sure that I did that with your companion as well. So that I'm meeting everybody where they're at. So just make sure that you let me know if that's working. And then I'm just going to tell you guys kind of what we're going to cover today. So today we are going to cover print on demand. I'm going to try to have some time for designing and mockups in Canva. I would love to show you guys again how to even take that if we get enough time. Once we design your stuff, we get your stuff. I want you to go ahead and know what that looks like to post it on your Shopify page. So not only do I want to get through like the ordering stage, but I would love to show you what that feels like to actually bring that to life, what it feels like to create a good description that is basically friendly for the algorithm. And that is the plan there. and exploring DTF and UV DTF. I want to look at that process with you. I gave you guys a list of people that you can order from. This is especially important because even if you have like a go-to, you always need a backup. Always need a backup. People change shipping times, people's machines go down. Even with the fancy big printers like Jiffy, well, Jiffy's expensive, so there's that. But the biggest thing I suggest is you guys finding a local printer, but I'll talk about that later. I want to talk about best practices for customer workflow, especially during the holiday season because there's so many variables there. And then homework assignments. Where do we find these lists? What lists? Vendors. I gave you guys a list of vendors in both of last challenges, but I also have some of them for you on your companion guide today. I think I got 10 print on demand vendors for you, and I provided six DTF printers as well. And then I kind of want to show you guys another alternative to ordering. But again, the biggest thing I suggest is finding a local printer. You need both because if your local printer goes out, you might just want to order from somebody who's going to have fast day service. But the biggest thing that I can say, especially again during the holiday season, life is going to happen. So you want to make sure that you're prepared to fill your customers' orders out of the way. Hmm. I don't know. Like the teacher me is asking myself, I'm gonna send I'm gonna send y'all this list, okay? I'm gonna send it to y'all, but the teacher me is asking myself, how could I have done this differently so that I gave this to you guys in slow release instead of sending it all at the same time? I don't know, but that's gonna be my personal challenge to myself moving forward. So I'm just gonna kind of send you this list. It's just a companion for today. Let me make sure I didn't put the secrets at the end. Okay, I didn't put the secrets at the end, and I'm actually going to take your homework off too. I'll just cut it for now, and then I'll come back and add it at the end there so that you guys have it. But I don't want y'all trying to jump to the end. Okay, so let me share it and make sure everybody can access this. And then once you guys get access, I'll go ahead and start going through everything. Restricted? Nope, we don't want to restrict it. Anyone with the link can view. And you guys can copy this yourself if you want to take notes in here. I know many people might be on their phone since it's so early this morning, but it'll give you some options here. So can y'all please let me know if y'all can open that? Did you? Let me check on that. I thought Zion sent that to you guys, but I did notice that the I had to go manually add the stuff to the calendar myself. So let me check on that one for you, Melissa. Check on list because it's done. It's pretty from Thursday. Um, okay. Yes, it's good. Okay, cool. So you guys have that list. And just a little bit of housekeeping because, again, we're all going through the week. We're all super busy. We're all carrying all the things. If you need something from me and you might not hear back right away, guys, please send me a text message to that number. So the number that you get the links from, the number that you get all those messages from for challenges and Zoom links and stuff, that is the best way to text me so that I can see your message. Because what's happening is my phone blows up all day. My phone has to be on, my phone's on do not disturb all day long. Like right now, I just cleaned my text messages out yesterday morning and I have 109 text messages. I'm not gonna tell you how many emails I have and um or missed calls. It's ridiculous. So what I need, it says do not have permission. I don't know, Brittany. I on this end, is anybody else having that issue? Because I have it so that every single person can view it right now. Okay. Oh, Jessica said make a copy. Can you see it to make a copy? Jessica is our techie teacher. I don't use Google Classroom, so I know how to use all the things, but not like all the way there with problem shooting. My work and personal cell. Okay. Okay, that makes sense. Okay, so yeah, guys, text at that number when you need something. I don't mind if you guys send me DMs on social, but again, that's not going to be the way to get the quickest response. I have hundreds and hundreds of unread messages on Messenger. I'm trying to keep up with them as much as I can, but I'm even more so focused on building everything out for you guys and making sure that I actually have time to come in, see what you're doing. And my focus right now is getting caught up and seeing all the wonderful things that you've been posting. I've been so proud. I've been seeing stuff just like flash up on my watch when I am wearing my watch. Like I saw Kareem was approved to be a vendor. And I thought that that was so, so awesome. Congratulations on that. I saw Jessica posted a huge win about upselling. Congratulations on that. Um, Brittany, I won't email it, but I will attach it to the thank you, Jessica. She posted a different link as well. I will attach it to the portal when I put it in the portal for you guys so that you can grab it from there. So anyway, the point of all of this, guys, is please, 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 if you're still waiting for something, if you have questions about something, text us back at that number. I do look at them. So even if Zion answers, I still read everything. And I answer a lot of them myself as well, especially Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and during the weekend. It's mostly me answering. Tuesdays and Thursdays, she'll address some of those things. So Kareem posted something about Follow Friday. Y'all, this has been on my list forever. If y'all look at the content calendar that I created forever, I had a whole plan for posting every day. It's not my strong suit. I'm being honest, I'm working on it. I've been doing great with posting on my socials and getting content out, but as far as those engagement pieces in the group, I struggle with not being overwhelming, so making sure that I'm only posting things of value. But follow Friday, yes. So thank you, Kareem, for posting that. Make sure that you guys go back to her post in the collective and go ahead and put your handle, your Instagram handle. Is there anybody that does not have a business Instagram yet? Okay, so Margie, not sure. Okay. Okay, okay. So we got some exciting stuff happening today for Facebook, and then I see and I understand, and I'm taking notes when I'm asking you guys these questions that we need to go over business Instagram. You don't have to do an actual business account. You can do a creator account. But just to make sure that you have a place that you're separating, where you can feature all of your work. Unless you're just going to turn your personal one into your creator account. That's fine too. Many chats. Yes, many chat is going to come up soon. But before we automate, we really need to cover some of those creation things and have somewhere to send the people, right? So when we're automating, we're sending them somewhere. We don't want to automate and be like, hey, comment if you want one of these. And then that just starts a DM conversation and you're manually, physically doing all of this hard labor. Okay. Okay, cool. So the next thing is, so I got through, if you're missing something, make sure you text me. Make sure that you leave your social media handle on Kareem's post if you have one. If you don't, I'll add a pop-up this week so we can cover that. Your accountability partners, I'm gonna give y'all until tomorrow. Y'all got all Saturday, y'all gonna be on this call. What I am gonna say is if for some reason somebody's not on this call, because we're gonna miss a lot of people, people have plans Saturday mornings, people are on vacation, people have kids sports, and it's just not feasible. Don't punish the people that are not here, okay? So make sure that you get into the group and that you get your AP. Another reminder, don't forget Sunday night at 8 p.m. We will not regularly have things on Sundays. Sundays is usually I'm working, but I'm not like forward facing working, okay? But Coach Lanisha, same thing. Remember, I pushed her session because we would have never had time the day of onboarding. So make sure that you go to her session if you can at 8 p.m. if you need support with advanced Canva features. I think that well, I'm not gonna tell her business, but she's going over. So make sure that you have that, okay? Melissa, I hear you and I'll work on that for you, but it's really the disconnect is I expect you guys to be new crafters. I don't really always anticipate people not being tech friendly. So your login for collab is the same exact login that you get into the portal with. So I say all of this with love. That's where the disconnect is. I don't realize like how forceful, like how much you need to be fed when it comes to that. Like I can go back and say DTF stands for direct to film print. But just like if I was like, hey, go pull up a Google Doc, and you're like, what is a Google Doc? How does one make a Google Doc? With some of that stuff, I just have to make assumptions that you guys either know or can take initiative for those small things to figure it out so that I'm not having to break down every single piece of information. Brittany, Collab in the portal are their Collab is an app. So Collab is basically something that is going to allow you to access the portal easily from your phone. Okay. Yes, and Melissa, you always can ask for help, but that kind of is where the disconnect is. And then even if you saw someone said earlier, like, are we going to go over mini chats? Like that's like an advanced feature. So I'm trying to make sure that I'm hitting both sides of things. So it's going to be just impossible for me to hit every little thing. So when you do need that additional support, send us a message. And or post it in the group. You have, this is why we're in a community. This is why I don't want to do one-on-one coaching anymore. So those of you who get your one-on-one sessions, I love them. We have a great time, but I think that there's so much more power, so much power in community. And you guys have been doing a phenomenal job at showing up for each other, supporting each other, helping each other. I've just been like reading through the some of the messages like, okay, y'all, I'm so proud. Okay, so keep up the good work with that. So good thing happen when you stay into the end. That's all I got there. Okay, so print on demand. So print on demand is a business model. It allows you to sell custom products with doing the work. You're creating the design for them, and then you're using somebody else to print for you. You don't have to have inventory on hand. You don't have to have tons of stuff in storage. The benefits, again, no inventory costs. You can easily scale, especially if you made a design one time and it's not necessarily a custom item. So some people, when they're doing like journaling and those kind of things for print on demand, it's really cool. And it gives you the freedom to focus on branding and marketing and websites and website features and upselling and cross-selling. It gives you all this freedom, right? Some of the negatives, which I didn't put on your list, some of the negatives for print on demand is your profit margin smaller, right? So your profit margin is often going to be smaller because you're not really doing much of the work. Another thing with print on demand is you can combine print on demand with drop shipping. And when you combine those two methods, the people who print for you will directly ship to your customer. Why is that a negative? It's a positive when it works. It's a negative when the quality is not good quality. And that is something that you risk with print on demand. I think majority of the times the quality is decent, but it's genuinely not as high quality as it would be if we do it for some stuff, okay? For some stuff. And that's one of the reasons why I like arts ads, especially with let me find this. Jessica, could you please drop that link again that you shared? Especially with when it comes to quality. But again, not always. I know a lot of people with arts ad lately have been complaining about bleeding for some of the Canvas products. So just something to think about. The same thing with Printful, Printify, just having used all their services, most time, hit or miss with the quality. So that's one of the negatives with using this service. I gave you guys on your list, thank you, Jessica, 10 places that you can kind of order from. I put my top three as top three. But I put them there for you to check them out. If you love some additional ones, cool. Yes, Arts Ads Mockup, 10 out of 10. So being able to mock stuff up, that feature in itself is very powerful. I also can create mockups like that, but I have to use Photoshop. And it's a whole process to do that. So just being able to take your artwork and drag it in there and everything comes live for you is a really big deal. It's so, so awesome. So cool. Yes, and that's what we're going to look at today. Like, well, I'm not going to tell you your homework. Let me not tell you. I'm not going to tell you. Okay, okay, I'm excited. So then we're going to go through. So what we're going to do first is I'm going to show you guys like what would it look like if I was just starting. This is not premeditated. We're just going to go through something. What would this look like, right? and we were just going to go to design something so that we could put it in there. So we're going to actually design today. What I'm going to focus on, which you can use a lot of the same designs just by resizing, putting them on different images, is stuff for basketball. So basketball season is coming up. Basketball season, I always depend on to make a lot of money. Yes, I'm going to be, working on Christmas orders and custom blankets and all the things. And basically, those are two biggies I want to show you today, a blanket and something for basketball season, which, something super easy to sell for basketball season are those all over hoodies. I'm not saying it replaces DTF or anything else. I'm just saying that those all over hoodies, amazing. Okay. The only downside about the all over hoodies is that you have to work in advance on those and you have to effectively communicate your timeframes because they don't offer the all over version in the US in the US warehouse. So they do the square ones. But the US warehouse I typically order from, they don't offer it. Or I don't know if it was, I think they don't offer the all over one, or the price is just super high. Um, Let me see. Here was my version again, but I think something I didn't do right that you guys got to make a copy or something like that. I don't know if that's just something that we face, issue when we face from phones. Just let me know so I'll make sure you guys get that. Okay. So let's get to it. So again, first we're going to do something easy. First we're going to do something easy. The schedule for today. Um, and easy is going to be, let me make sure I log into the right account over here. Let me make sure. Logged into my play account. I think we'll be good. Okay, so the first easy thing, and guys, this is completely off topic, but if you already have your logo and your brand done, please order yourself some custom wrapping paper. Like, how amazing is it to have your own wrapping paper for content? And your wrapping paper doesn't just have to be for Christmas. It could be for birthdays. It could be for customer appreciation. It could be for extra little gifts. So just something really fun to have. I love mine and I definitely will be ordering more of it. Um, so when you come up here, if you go to shop, it's going to show you things that they already have a lot done of. If you go to create, it is going to show you things that you can actually make. And we are going to just go to and find these blankets. Do something super easy at first. They have quilt blankets, they have fleece blankets, they have microfiber blankets, they have baby blankets. My favorite is probably the microfiber blankets. And I love this extra big one. And I showed you guys this on the last two challenges. So this is what this would look like for me, right? And when you come in here, I'm just going to go to new custom lab. This is where I would design. I'm not going to spend a ton of time making some elaborate design, guys. I'm just not, okay? Because we have so much to do today, and I want to make sure I get through as much stuff as possible. So I'm going to go to custom size, and I'm going to go, what will it allow me to do? 60 by 80 might be too big. So I'm just going to go 30 by 40. Is that the same equivalent if I cut them both in half? We're about to see. Yes. Okay, cool. Don't judge me. It's early. Okay, so coming from here, what would I be looking at next? I'm going to go to elements. See if I can find some basketball players. Why am I not doing something super cutesy? I don't know. But the other thing I'm going to do is let's see if we can use some of the VIP stuff from last time because I gave you guys some of those sports designs. So this was the last challenge, the sports and the homecoming challenge. Yeah,
Hey,
actually,
Coach, will we have access to that? Those homecoming designs that you just pulled up?
hmm they
Oh,
yep. hmm
okay, perfect.
So actually, I'll probably just say make my life a lot easier if I go ahead and I probably just need to make a resize this to the size I need and go ahead and change this to 30 by 40 and copy and resize. I'm famous for copying and resize, and it's just easier. All right, so now we have our blanket size. And actually, let's do cheer. Let's do cheer. I don't feel like we've given enough love to cheer. So let's go with my baby's name, Carissa. Oh, just kidding. That's not where that goes. I miss my baby, y'all. Okay, let's go. What is she gonna be? She's an eagle. Colin Teal Eagle. And then Karissa. I don't love this font right here, so I'm not going to make this super, super hard. Again, the key is that you guys can kind of get the concept. You can also remember that, you have tons of artwork given to you. You also can create your own artwork from scratch. You also can go to places and purchase artwork that people have already made. It is not a reflection of what you can or cannot do. It is a reflection of the time that you have to dedicate to that task. Um, Let me go ahead and make this whole thing bigger first. And I think, yeah. So, bye-bye. Thank you for your service. We're going to try a different font on here. Let's see if we like this one. Meh. I love really, okay, I can live with this one. Okay. So her got her name on there. Maybe blow this little thing up a little bit more, take up more of the background, drop that down, make it a little smaller because this blanket is huge. Okay, so that, and then if I was using like actual photos, that is when I will upload them there. Hmm. Let's see. I would like a prettier, see if we can get a prettier backdrop. Not that one. Okay, I'll have to come back to that part later. Like that one? Yeah, so I would just kind of, definitely not that one. Mess around with that a little bit. Cream glitter. Mhm. I don't like it. Okay, so love it or hate it. I don't want to spend a lot of time on it. So, find us a cheerleader. And if they have multiple pictures, you can use multiple pictures. It's super cool. Um, but lots of options here. Do we like this girl? Mm-mm. Okay, I can go with purple because then we got this whole pink and purple thing going on, right? So then I would just remove the backdrop on this. Give it a second. And again, guys, we are not here for a Canva design class. That's an hour in itself, okay? So we're just going to come in here to get what we need. When I download it, I'd make it a little bit bigger, but not too big because you don't want your file size to be so big that it doesn't allow you to download. I only need to download the first page. Otherwise, it is going to create a folder, and I don't want a folder. I want something super easy to just drag over. And then we're going to take that over to our baby. Where'd you go? Oh, I was trying to go to my other screen. Okay, so then I'm just going to upload the artwork that we just had. Nope, not ready for it yet. Okay, let me see what it's doing. Okay, now this should be ready. It's not. Okay, wake up, Canva. There we go, both of them. Okay. So if you make a bunch of these templates, right, you can do whatever you want to do with them. So you can make these really nice templates that you have to use or buy templates. And then you're like, hey guys, here are some of the designs that I have. And I can just kind of fill that picture in for you. Less than 30. Maybe the file size is too big. That's what I was just telling you guys about. Sometimes if the file size is too big, it won't upload at all for you. So I'm gonna click and see. Yep, it's too big. Okay, so back to drawing board. I'm gonna go back to Canva. This happens a lot, and I'm gonna save the image again, but I'm going to maximize the file size. I'm gonna minimize the file size a little bit and see if that works for us. And these are just the little time-consuming parts. Okay, let's try again. 2. There we go. So that one went down to 19, which is more than small enough. I might have to, if I didn't like the quality once this uploaded, I would just go back and make changes. So definitely can be a little slow. And the bright side, why I love the blankets because they're so easy to make. Like it's just too easy. I had a really fun time making these for squads. and drag it to cover the size of the document. And you see it saying now it's too small. So first it was too big, now it's too small. So that's something that I will go back and edit in real life, but it doesn't look terrible. So now you can see this mock-up right here. In real life, this is not something that I would post as a mock-up, but it's a great example of what it could look like. And you have those samples, right? So you can blow those samples up so that you can see them like this, right? And what I would be thinking to do is saving them. So you can save the design, and this is what else you can do with this. Because remember, we're basically working on listings. So let's go to create a new design. Oh, definitely not what I wanted. I want Instagram post size. And then I'm going to I like snipping tool. It works for me because you don't want it's good enough quality that your customers get to see what you have, but it's not extra like it's not so good that people can just copy your work and then try to print stuff. People crazy. I mean, people, copy and steal a lot in this industry, so it's not going to be so high res that your stuff is easily stolen, right? So I would do that, and I will go ahead and get me some more angles of this so that I could show. And if you have done actual real printed ones, it's okay to post those too. I would just post like these first, so that you have like that, professional mock-up, and then you can go back. Now, here is the fun part. I would send these, like, I'm talking about listings, right? But I will also actually send the mock-ups to my client. If I'm not on a time crunch, because I already, I will want these anyway just to kind of show off, I would do all three of them. If I'm on a time crunch, I would just send them the very first one. And I'll check
Coach Clyde, do
it.
you watermark anything before you send it?
Sometimes, yes. But
Okay,
guess what? Most of the times at this point, they've already paid.
gotcha. Yep,
I'm,
yep,
I'm
yep,
not doing all this mocking up, and all that work we just did would never happen if they didn't pay.
gotcha.
And if I have like for school districts, for schools and stuff, it's a little bit different. Like if somebody needs a whole team something, they're like, can you show me, what it might look like? And I'm just showing them like one out of 20 kids that are on their team. I would do a free mock-up just so that I can show them that I know what I'm doing. But for the most part, I don't typically have to do too much with watermarks because they pay first. So that's kind of what that would look like. Most times I can just remove the edges of the background. Please don't show off for me, y'all. Because sometimes Canva just be acting real crazy. Okay, we're good. Okay. So usually, like I said, it'll just take that part of the border off there, and then you have these two mock-ups as well. So now what I would do is say, you know, like that. And then I would just take this over, and I have like some of my stuff, guys, I just cannot, like, again, just out of respect for my client's privacy. So I can't share certain things, but I'm trying to give you, like I said, you have these designs you can get started with. You can go, like Coach Lanisha is going to go really into detail how you could have made this so much cooler. I love the concept of putting like 2 or 3 or 4 images on there. The problem is in the sports world, typically the athletes don't have that many high quality images. It's really great if you can get one. It's a bonus if you can get 2 or 3, but it's just not always reality. Now, where we can do those effective mock-ups with 2 and 3 images is grad season. That's a whole different thing because they already have their grad stuff, their grad photos, right? But when it comes to sports, it is like pulling teeth. So what I started doing, and another way I was able to market my services is working directly with like the photographers. So I would be always pitching to photographers. Hold on, guys. It says my internet's acting funny. Let me grab my cord. Let me just get plugged in. So I told y'all that's down the road where when we have somewhere to send them and but pitching to photographers and saying, hey, I know that you have all these images and stuff. How would you feel about selling X, Y, and Z? I've done the same things with Santas, particularly Black Santas locally, and saying, hey, I know that you guys are offering digital professional prints, but I can print puzzles for you. I can print tumblers for you. I can print custom ornaments for you. I can print custom blankets for you. This is my turnaround time. You get 30%. So that's kind of just to share some of the things. But pitching down the road. We got to get through all of these things first. Okay, so then I would basically take this, send it to my customer, get approval. Once I get approval for the design, I will go ahead and print. So because we already have it in Arts Ed, let me take a second. I'm gonna stop for just a second to check the chat. Blankets are y'all, when y'all start selling these blankets, it's so easy. It's so easy. And when you get a team, oh my gosh, it's just so good. Like, oh my goodness. I've never worked b-ball season. B-ball is a moneymaker. Y'all, when I tell you, all of us could be selling the same thing and there's still enough money out there. When you're on social media and dropping small hints, so I'm in one group, it's like basketball moms or something like that. It's like 90, 80,000 people in a group. And the question yesterday was as simple as, what do y'all wear to the games? Everybody's posting stuff, posting. And I was like, yeah, I'll probably make custom gear. No, I'll probably make something custom like I did for my son's football because I don't want to come across too salesy, right? And then I post a picture of me and my son when I have on the custom sweatshirt. Y'all want to know how many DMs I got off of that alone? And I dropped, I said, these are people were like, oh, I want to order, I want to order. Only a few people responded on a post that they wanted to order. I was like, well, these are under $50. But as far as the inboxes, I have over a dozen inboxes from moms either wanting that sweatshirt or the sneakers. Guess what? I'm upselling all of them. They haven't even seen what else I can do because I didn't want to come across too salesy, like, oh, look at all the things I can make. So just being able to create those relationships organically, for some reason, people want it when they don't know if it's accessible. But if you go on there and you're like, salesy, sometimes it just doesn't work in some of these groups. So just something to think about. Playoffs start today for us. Yay. Okay, cool. Um, I deleted that comment. I couldn't remember if that was a font I uploaded or not. I can't wait to make blankets. Okay. If you send mock-ups before, oh, always paying first. I don't play with them. They gotta pay. So either they're going to go through one of my pop-up websites or they're going to do it this way. So for example, let's just go based on a volleyball team I service. It's a local volleyball team. They have several teams. They wanted to order blankets and they wanted to order shirts, but they were like, mom of a volleyball player, dad of a volleyball player, sister of a volleyball player, so on and so forth. And because the coach didn't really want anything to do with it, the booster, the team mom didn't want anything to do with it. I just created a quick little pop-up shop. All they had to do was go up there, choose the items that they wanted that said like, I choose mom, sister, dad, so on and so forth. And they put all those items in their cart, and then they were able to they're able to upload their images right there for you. So that's very helpful as well, a feature on Shopify. So they pay first, and after they pay, they get a mock-up. And I always tell them, please give me 24 to 48 business hours to receive your mock-up. And then my goal is typically to over deliver and get them that mock-up very fast so that I can order very fast. Um, okay, starting to go in and out, but I should be totally good now, right? Because I'm plugged in. Um, I had a photographer get mad that his client sent me the pics to put on a towel. That's what's really, that's true for some stuff. Photographers can get really crazy about that stuff, but as crafters, we don't know. I could see if they sent you something and it had a watermark on it and you print it, but how do we know if they sold all the rights to you or not? We don't know, right? So that's really up to them to be able to share that with you. Mia, you have a question?
Yes, good morning, everyone. I just wanted to know, with the blanket that you just showed us, is that something that we can order directly from Arts Ad, or is that a different vendor?
This is our tag.
Can you show, when you have an opportunity, can you show us how to get there? Because I was on the site and I wasn't able to find it. So
Did you come on late?
I did. I'm sorry. I'm in the West Coast,
Oh,
so
no,
it's
it's
like
no problem at all. I
5:47.
just say because I started from the beginning.
Oh, okay. Okay, no worries. Thank
Okay,
you.
but I'll go back really quick briefly. You're using print on demand. No, Melissa, not everything I offer, but how can I explain it? This is too easy to make money. If I service 17 teams in the past 3 months, the money is too easy not to use print on demand. It's literally just like putting up a listing is so easy, letting them pay for it. You have templates that you use, or you create something just for that team. When I do cheer teams and super girly stuff, girls teams in general, basketball, girls teams, y'all don't, I mean, it's nothing against the boys, but girls appreciate really cutesy stuff, right? So I generally will sublimate some really cute custom mirrors, and I'll talk about your customer experience later, that wow factor to add in there. Those little mirrors are very, very cheap to be able to sublimate on. But so I don't use print on demand for everything. If they get t-shirts, I generally press them myself. Embroidered items, coaches polos and stuff like that, I do myself. But again, this is too easy. So with the photographers and Santa, same thing. If it's a t-shirt, I'm generally going to make it or press it myself. The custom ornaments, I'm going to press them myself. I think that I showed y'all the ceramic ornaments in the challenge. But they're so easy and cheap to buy. So it just depends on what the item is, okay? So I never thought to ask who took these pics. And you know what? I'm not about to start asking. If they have the original file, because generally when you buy the file, you're able to do what you want with it, right? So that's not a lane I'm going down. I'm just not going to do it. Just like when my customers want Mickey Mouse shirts and licensed stuff, that's not my business to get into. I'm not going to post that stuff on my social media because, I'm not supposed to. But when they come to me and want things, then I do just fill that order. The exception to this is if it's like a local crafter or something like that, what grinds my gears so much, and maybe I'm overthinking it, but a boundary that I don't cross is if somebody brings me something and somebody made a custom design and said, "Can you do me one just like this?" Unless if Jessica created a design and she created a design for a team and Jessica is not selling that design so that I'd be able to purchase it, then no, I can't do it. I have in the past reached out and said, "Hey, are you selling these designs as digital products?" If they say yes, I offer to buy. Sometimes I have to, say, "Have you thought about selling this as a digital product? I'd love to buy this file from you." I don't even go into the whole I could redo it myself, but I don't want to do that to you. I just try to keep it clean there, okay? Do you ever just accept half the payment, such as a deposit? Mm-mm. It just depends on who it is. If it's a business, typically yes. If it's actually like and when I say business, I mean like an established business, because generally a lot of times with businesses as well is you give net terms. So 30, 60, 90 net terms. Schools are really the only people that don't have to pay up front because they're going to pay their bills. Either they're going to pay their bills or you're going to go to the school board and collect. But outside of that, for businesses, most times my price is my price. If the business goes and they buy, now my prices are fair. Everybody says that, but it sounds really, really crazy from coming from some people when they be like, "My price is my price," and you want to charge them $40 for a t-shirt and they just order 100 t-shirts. But so for payment, I don't do that to them. If they're a business, they can pay like, a deposit, which typically, now here's the key, guys. even if you collect a deposit, the deposit should cover your entire cost. The deposit should cover your entire cost to make the goods. At no point in time should you be taking a loss. And again, if it is not like a school, I'm not doing it on the back end. Now, and I have worked with some larger corporations that required that same thing with net pay, but it just really depends. Most times, no, definitely not for smaller people. Can you show us? Yes, Diana, we're going to get to that. That's going to be like our end game. We're going to do the sweatshirt first. Yes, 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 yes. So yeah, guys, a lot of this stuff you won't see posted. Again, I made a ton of my money as a crafter. I love all of my individual orders, but as a private labeler, it's just a whole different ball game. So definitely something to get into. How much did you say you sell the blankets for? Typically, it just depends. I'll sell them anywhere between $45 and $50. It just depends on what the market can hold. And I typically tell them if they get a dozen or more, I'll cut the price to 40 for them. And they really, really love that. So now if I know that they only want one blanket, I'm not even going to offer that. But I'm like, hey, your kid's on a team, have you thought about asking other moms do they want them? If you're able to get 12 in for this order, then I'll cut, $10 per blanket for you guys. Them moms a lot of times run with it. Sometimes, occasionally they're like, I don't really talk to people. I stay to myself, but thank you so much. But a lot of times they're like, okay, bet. And I'm like, okay, well, if you're going to share this with them, here's this little flyer right here that I put together for you guys. Here's a blanket, here's a hoodie, here's a t-shirt, here's a custom tumbler, here's a bag, here's your game day bag. So again, we're making sure that we're upselling there. Yes, Corinne, I just can't do it. If it looked terrible. Can you share a pic of one? I love mirrors. I do button mirrors. Yes, I want to see the button mirror too. I have a button press. Yes, I love it. I take full payment up front. Yeah, I don't yes, I can let me pull a flyer that's not going to conflict with that's why I also have to keep separate accounts because my private labeling stuff, I have to be very, very mindful of these contracts I sign. Did you ever post the pricing sheet? Pricing sheet, pricing sheet. Remind me of what pricing sheet. Let me grab one of the mirrors. I want to see one of your mirrors. I'm gonna grab one of mine from the storage room too. Hold on. So I keep the cutest little totes in my storage room, and they're all like full of different books. But these, I literally will buy 500 at a time because I love using them as gifts. You don't have to have a gift. I mean, you could there are cheaper alternatives to this, but I'm just able to typically sublimate on this. And like I said, working with a lot of teams, it has the mirror part in it. They love, love, love these. Even if it's individual, it's still totally worth it. So that's one thing that I love to sublimate on. Let me see. Oh, those are pretty. Yes, I love those. I want to see. Let me blow that up real quick so I can see it bigger. I like those. Yes. So they're not the kind of like open up. I have the metal ones that do that as well, but I don't know that I've seen this particular one. I like it. Okay. So let's stay focused, guys, because we have a lot to cover. So let's go ahead and go back to art ad. And I'm gonna go ahead and save the design. And I'm gonna go ahead and say, typically when I'm doing a team or something, this is my personal account on this side, but I would name it like whatever the team is first, if it's a team order, and then the person's name. Just to stay nice and organized. And then I'm gonna go ahead and add it to my cart. And then it's one size. I'm only getting one of that blanket. Another beautiful thing is, guys, to do a team blanket, put everybody's picture on it. I've done that. They love them as well. It's super easy. You can order tons of the same blanket. Or I'd even suggest if it's like for a banquet or something, I'm like, hey, where's the team picture? and I'll get the team picture, and then I'll take the team picture and add everyone's individual names to it as well. I actually can show you guys a mock-up. I made you I made you guys, I have a tumbler, a spinning. I think I showed it to you. I definitely need to just give you guys the link. I'm gonna give you all the link today so I don't delay anymore on that. Um, so anyway, I'm gonna add this to my cart. Then I'm gonna go to checkout. You have to add it to the cart before you go to checkout. Um, so this is just like my happy playland a little bit. So I'm gonna delete this all over hoodie because we're gonna do something else. Okay, so now this is in my blanket. So my blanket is in the cart, I mean. So here's the subtotal, $13.90, but don't forget they're going to add shipping. So if I were going to check out and it was just this one blanket, I want you to see what that's going to look like. I'm going to choose my address. I'm going to come down here. I never choose this first one. It's always way too much money. So these prices look a little high today. The prices, fluctuate, especially now we have holiday pricing in here. So again, during the holiday season, you might want to go that 50 route because it's a little expensive, but also it just depends. Like last night I was on here and shipping was $11. So it just really depends. So now let's see what happens here. If I change it to 4 blankets. Yeah, pretty much. So a little costly still. And again, so this one I'm looking here, this is where you guys really have to pay attention because it's telling you how many days it's going to take. 7 to 15 days, 15 to 22 days. This one here is for Shopify integration, which works well. And obviously it's also a very fair price item too. But usually this is the option that I like. It takes 10 to 15 days. It's usually pretty fast. This one, again, do you guys see what I'm looking at here when I'm looking at this? So 10 to 15 days, 10 to 15 days, 15 to 30 days. Why am I going to pay you this much money and you're going to take 30 days to get my stuff? So DHL, 10 out of 10, super fast. Now, DHL is who you want to use if you have to turn around something super fast, but again, you're going to pay for it. So when you're using DHL, I suggest using DHL when you're ordering a bunch of stuff at the same time. So let's just kind of see what that math might look like. And again, the goal is to always work ahead so that you have enough time to get something in. But let's just say that, this is a cheer team for basketball season. They got 16 girls on there and coach really wants to give them this for Christmas. Let's just say that I didn't have enough time to do that. Let's do the math and see what we would need to charge for this to make sense for us if we were able to, what kind of discount we'd be able to give them. And these are the things that I legit have to look at. So we have all of our blankets. We have 16 blankets in there. So we're going to do the math based on 16. The shipping costs is that. So I might go over here to DHL, which again, DHL is more expensive, but literally 3 to 5 days, this stuff is at your door. So it's super fast. So we're basically going to go 1051 plus 777 equals 1828 divided by 16. What? I did something wrong. 1051. Oh, I did 18. Plus, don't judge me, y'all. It's still early. 777 equals 1828. Oh no, that might have been right.
Kalia, isn't the shipping already like
Yeah. And the shipping in the
the shipping's already
1051.
there at the
About
top
to
of your
say you're
1051?
Oh,
doing
they
it
already built it in.
twice.
I'm
Yeah.
sorry. I was like, there is no way. Where am I going wrong?
Sounds like she's adding the shipping twice. I'm okay with that if it works.
No. And I told you I went to bed at 3:30, so thank you for the grace, okay? I was determined to get my tree up at a decent time this year, so it has just been rough. Coach Nisi, y'all, Coach Nisi is coming to my house in
Yay.
I'm so excited. Y'all know she's gonna do this thing really good. So thank you guys so much. Because I already selected the shipping, so it's on there. Typically, when you first get to this page, you have to choose the shipping and then the price goes on there. So thank you. So 1051 now divided by 16. That's better. Okay. So that's still very, very costly. It's not affordable. So DHL is not going to be an option for us right now. It's just not. So let's just see what else we can do. We're going to have to go with one of these ones. And this is again, but you tell the coaches, you give them the options. Some coaches will very well pay for it. Like I've had coaches, because remember I told you guys about the 20 panel blankets? When I was crazy and not in my right mind, I would physically make blankets for teams. They were paying, I mean, literally, I was selling those blankets for $115. Even for a team, they were paying $95 a piece. So these blankets are gorgeous. Again, don't make this choice for your customer. I'm just saying what I think is affordable and what's not affordable. So that's really up to you. So this one, the 4PX is cheaper than the e-packet to USA. I mean, not cheaper, it's faster. So you got 448 here, but 45 days is not going to work, guys. It's just not going to work at all. So the next option, if I was not able to do DHL because it's not affordable, I would go to this one right here. That is this one right here, the 4PX is typically the next one I would go to. So now our total went down to 770 for 16 blankets. So now let's see what it looks like. And y'all, these holiday prices, they go crazy. Now, I will say that the holiday prices are also crazy, not just because it's our holiday, but because they also have a holiday coming up too. So now they're anticipating. So now at this cost, the price has to go up, guys. So if this is going to be my cost and why it's always important. I told you guys I typically sell them between 40 and 50. Typically, when I order one blanket, I'm able to get the blanket plus the shipping between $22 and $25. But for some reason, the price on this is so high. And I actually really want to see what's going to happen on Monday because it's like airline tickets. It's the strangest thing. It's going to fluctuate. So I don't know if this is their built-in pricing for Christmas, for the holiday season or what the case is, but this is wild to me. So the price has to go up. I might take it up to $65. But don't tell people how to spend their money, okay? The next thing we're going to do, so I think Mia asked me to go back to the beginning. So this is what it looks like from the beginning. So when I'm in Arts Ed, I'm not going to shop. I don't want to shop. I want to create. Okay. So when I come to create, I would have come down here to you can wherever you go, you're gonna be able to find everything else. But we went to home sets and then we fill in the blankets there. So when you're doing all over prints, you also have you have the women's version and you have the men's version. So just something to keep in mind. It is okay to list both, but if I was only going to list one, I would list the men's. And I like them. And I also see what they're doing here as well. Sometimes they'll drop the price here when they have to go up on shipping. But again, I'm going to let y'all know when I check back, not tomorrow, on Monday to see what it looks like. And we're going to do a new custom lab. Okay, so you have this hoodie here. We have the front, we have the back, and we have arms, okay? So in real life, I might check before I go anywhere else and see what they got on Etsy.
Coach, what is X factory price?
I don't know. Let me see where typically is where it's just the price that they're telling you that it's starting from. So you see how it says it ranges from 1160 to 1508, or right here it says $8 to 1040. I mean, I don't know. Let's look it up. That's a really good question. I've never really thought about it. X.
So that's the price if you become a reseller with them. Because
Okay.
I am one. So if you become that, once you make an account, they'll reach out to you and ask you if you want to be join the reseller program, and if so, then you get that cheaper price when you order.
Yeah, I definitely signed up for my resale account. So yeah. Okay.
Cool. Thank you.
Um, I know for sure I'm a reseller on my other account. They even sent me when I first signed up. I hope they do it for you guys too. But for my new accounts, both times they sent me a $10 coupon, not $10, 10% off of the first order coupon. So thanks. Because it's a lot. You have all these different websites, then Alibaba, AliExpress, like it's so many different places you guys can order from. So hopefully we can go into Alibaba sometime soon because it's cool. And you guys might even want to come together, especially when y'all start doing y'all WAM groups and go in on joint orders. And I can definitely show you guys if you're not doing embroidery, how you can just buy these gorgeous patches that you have probably seen on social at this point there to be able to just press on for gear. Okay, so now and again, I'm showing you all of the components here. I don't want to get into all this, okay? We don't have that much time today, but I just want to show you how you can customize so much of this. It's not just dragging and dropping one picture. It's what are you putting on the front? What are you putting on the back? What are you putting on the sleeves? And those are the shoulders. So you just have so many different pieces that you can customize for this jacket. I mean for this hoodie. So I might go and put sweatshirt design SVG. Okay, let's try all over. Okay, big, but not quite. And they do have this template here too, which is cool, but we don't need those templates because, oh, y'all want these? Add that to the rest of the stuff I gotta get. So like this is really cool right here, right? So look at how cool this is if again you were doing a team. I like this. So I'm not about to spend $16 on this right now, but I like it. And it looks like this place. I'll reach out to them. They have a 15% coupon. Um, I'll reach out to them and see if they will allow me to do some stuff wholesale so that we can get that's a good one, 3D all over. Okay, this is great. Okay, so lots of good stuff there. So let me circle back to that. I'll get distracted. So 3D all over design. Okay, we finally found somebody. We found somebody that's going to do it cheap for us. So I'm gonna buy this one right here. Um, and we can take a look at this one because this person is not trying to. I mean, their stuff is worth it. Their price is their price, but we're just gonna buy one that we can just grab real quick. It is in Canva, which is good. So let's see how that works out. I really need to come fill my orders. Okay. And random, but don't be afraid to try new people. Like when you're buying stuff, when you're purchasing things, I'm really good for just trying to support a lot of different businesses to see what works, to see who is selling the best stuff. For me. Okay. So now I'm gonna go ahead and I'm going to duplicate this page so that I can have the original, but go ahead and make some changes as well. Um, let's see. So really like it. And I'm sorry, guys, I'm gonna stop and check the chat in just a minute. Um, I don't know why it's not just letting me replace the backdrop easily. Here we go. Okay. So I would just kind of make some tweaks to kind of just make it my own. So this guy, it would drive me crazy how that football is cut off. I wonder if this is the same account that my little cutesy is in. Let me see. And if you guys have not already accessed these beautiful, beautiful designs, please make sure you do so because they are so nice. Um, I know somebody went ahead. I did see somebody went ahead and they started printing with them. I love them. So they're really, really pretty trees. Make sure that you're taking advantage and using those for DTFs. You can add words around them. You can do a mommy and me tree next to each other. So much you can do there. And I'm gonna check. Let me see. Let me just stop for just a second. What? No, I gave y'all this link. Okay, this is the hard. There's just no way. I cannot text y'all every single time, but I shared this with you guys.
I think I saw those trees in
I'm
the
positive I
thing.
shared it because somebody even showed me that they.
No,
I,
we didn't see those trees.
I
I seen those
literally
the
was getting ready to buy
Grinch.
those trees last night. I
No, but
literally
then
was
I
getting ready to
gave
buy those
you guys.
trees.
I said this is what I gave everybody else, but then this is what I'm giving y'all. Like I always do more for the actual group. But here, let me just
What
share it. Hold on. Let me
I
grab.
was gonna say, if you drop that in the group, I'll go look in the group. But I only looked at the VIP from the challenge,
I
that listing. It
think
wasn't
that
in
I
there.
shared it, guys. To be honest with you, I feel like I strongly feel like I shared this link in a pop-up.
Oh, okay, okay.
And that's the hard part. I'm just gonna be honest with y'all. That's the hard part. Okay, check that out. Oh no, I didn't send it to everybody. Hold on, give me a second. I'm gonna share it with y'all. Make sure y'all can open it. Not before the challenge. It was after the challenge. It was, well, it might have been. It might have been before. Yeah, because I released the designs to you guys before I shared them with everybody else. I typically do. So whenever there's a challenge, I try to give you guys everything before everybody else gets it. So you can get a little jump start if you are going to take action on it. So let's take a look at what I gave you guys here. And I have so many more things. I really am going to work on getting a lot of these things uploaded. I just kind of showed you this because I wanted you to see how I do some of my mock-ups for like ornaments and stuff. Easy things, but you guys had all of those. Then you had, let me just go to this view because we can't waste this much time. Look, this is the one I'm wearing today. Um, I love that
It
jacket with my cup.
we don't have access, Coach Kai. It's not giving us. It says we need access. We need
It's
permission.
live template link.
Oh yeah, Coach Kai, we didn't get the trees because I made the ill people. I made that shirt. I made the bougie Grinch shirt. I made a couple of shirts, but yeah, it's the trees are not in that one.
Yeah, they weren't.
Okay. Yeah, I shared this link during the pop-up, so I don't know what happened. But again, this is on me because, like I said, what my goal is, I want to put everything that I share with you guys, no matter what point I share it, in an artwork place, in the actual portal. Okay, so it's telling you need permission. So if I share
Yeah,
here, let's delete the, probably, yeah, I can delete it and start over. Template link. Anyone with the link can use this design as a template. Signage is required, but you won't know who has made copies of the design. Create link, copy. Let's try this one. Thank you. I love this shirt too. I am enjoying it. I showed y'all how I got all the cutesy stuff for me, my mom, and my daughter. Let me know how that one works. We'll figure this out.
it's in there. Got it.
Got it? Okay. Because I'm like, usually
Yep.
I can just template link and keep it moving.
Yep. Got it. Thank you.
Not sure of the quality of Alibaba. So Melissa, Alibaba is a marketplace. It just depends on who you buy from Alibaba. It's not It's so many sellers there um that you just have to test quality. Yes, it can be expensive, but that's what I was sharing with you guys. Like a lot of times with their shipping, you have to plan in advance. So I told you guys we have to be like 45 to 60 days ahead, and even more for some stuff. Like I typically order my whatever I'm planning Christmas blanks in August. Um, but again, in bulk. So we were to order and we come together and say, oh, we love these patches. These patches are 10 out of 10. And we have time, remind me to show you these patches at the end, y'all, because these patches are just a really good example of, something that you could go in there and buy that's great. Making sure print on demand DTF, do we need to flip the image before uploading? Um, that is a great question. I don't use print on demand for DTF. I don't know the answer to that. I wouldn't see why you'd have to, because when I order gang sheets, I don't have to flip the image. But if anyone has had an experience where you've had to flip the image for someone, let me know. Canada Postal is on strike. Thank you for sharing that, because I'm like, I don't know what just happened. Is prom season big for crafters? Absolutely. Not just prom season, but grad season. The month of May, there's no way I'm making less than 20K as a crafter. And that's with me not even pushing much. That's just with people referring me. Like I sent out, let me show you one of these gifts right here. Like I did these and I did I don't have it right. Where did I put that other stuff at? Hold on a second. I don't know where I put this woman's box at because I made her some. She wanted one for her mom too. The mom that ordered wanted one for the grandmother. So I said, okay, baby, I got you. But I had made like these were gifts. These weren't even the part that they bought. But during grad season, when they're buying, like, and it would be last minute. That's when I say, when y'all gotta stay ready, like they be like, hey, I don't know if you can do this. Graduation in 3 days. I need 42 shirts. And I'm like, oh man, I'm sorry, I'm gonna have to charge you a rush fee. They're like, I don't care. So I'm like, okay, bet. You can go to order your stuff really fast from where you can pick it up. And that's why I told you guys, SS Activewear, Alfred Boulder, that stuff is cool. But where do you have a local warehouse for one of these places that provides stuff that you can use them if you need to? But I also keep stuff stocked. I'm not telling you to go out and buy a bunch of stuff. For sublimation, I like to stay stocked. So she ordered 42 shirts. What y'all think I did from there? Let me see. Kendra, I saw that. I'm missing some at the bottom. You're welcome. You're welcome. All right, so I think we're up to date. Yes. So I upsell from there. No, I pressed them myself. I pressed them myself. We only had 3 days. I wasn't dependent on nobody else to mess this up for me. But she ended up getting the t-shirts, she ended up getting fans, she ended up getting a pillow for her daughter, she ended up getting some keychains, they ended up getting buttons. I think I said fans already, but by the time we were done, she had purchased my full grad kit and then some extras there. So her order was over $2,000. And guess what? As soon as she saw the first shirt, because she said she was really picky, she was like, and I want mama on the back and number such and such. And I was like, okay, cool. Extra $5 for the back. Cool. She came and she saw that first shirt. She ran and told all her friends so fast because her daughter also was on a sports team. She bought me in 7 clients for graduation season, and that was just one person. Like when I say that you have to stay ready, because once it hits, it hits. And that, like I said, that was just one person. That wasn't even counting like anyone that I actually pushed to. So I don't do like huge pushes on my social during that time, because it's a lot for me to keep up with when it's not my main focus. My main focus is private labeling, but it's an option. Okay, good. So you guys have these designs. Let's move on from here. So back to where we were. We're making our sweatshirt. And yeah, let's find us another football player. I was supposed to be looking to see if my little guy was in here somewhere. Oh, and I also need to show you guys the Tumblr template as well. And I do keep separate Canva accounts. So the stuff that I do private labeling, I don't even keep it in this account at all because I don't want to risk, anyone seeing that stuff, if that makes sense. So again, out of respect for my customer, I just want to make sure that I'm honoring that. All right, so this is my little guy. This is EJ, and EJ is, no, that's not what I wanted to happen. All right, we're just gonna go ahead and get rid of this guy right here because he's messing me up. He's 7 and so much fun. So I'm gonna stay with my theme. And this is what I was saying with you guys. A lot of times it's hard to, no, why would you do that to me? I should have clicked on all the pictures I want. That's not normal. Um, but if they have professional images done, once they have professional images done, it's really easy to just get multiple views of them, right? So it just gives you more to work with. So we're just going to do 2 images on this one. So what's the lesson? Attack after photos. That is a great time, or even right before photos, to share with everybody what you do. You'll be thinking everybody, she know I made shirts and she came out here. I could have made them shirts for her. They don't know. They don't know what you do. I'm gonna change this number to number 8. Um, let's go ahead and make that. There's so many elements in here. Ew. Okay, I can live with that one. And I'm not going to change all the gold for the sake of time. I'm just going to change the major ones. I actually don't like that dark, so I'm going to leave that a lighter color. Maybe this one. Okay, whatever. So this is the part that takes time, which is why when I use templates, I like to use them for a team and make sure that you're using them on multiple things. So your design for your blanket could have been very, very similar to your design on your hoodie if you're going to try and upsell that person. So use that to make as many mock-ups as possible. Okay, so now we have a design. There's no way of telling when it's going to be a perfect fit, when you have to adjust until you just try it out. And then once you try it out once, you can kind of figure out what you like from there. I'm going to download this. Again, for time's sake, I'm just going to go ahead and download a number 1. And for a number 1, it might be too small. 1.5 to 2 usually seems to be the happy spot. But for time's sake, I'm just going to do it with the image that's a little bit smaller. In real life, I would just go ahead and make sure that I have the highest quality version. And again, guys, I am not here to teach you how to design in Canva today. I'm just showing you some quick and easy options. These are not designs that I will roll with in real life. The goal is just to make sure if I was actually going to do real designs from scratch, I would need like an hour probably just to get a really, really good design done before I even started. Okay, so that is going to be the front. I'm happy with that. Oh, I actually like all of it. And I see on the back, it still fit his name in. Look at God. Usually I have to move stuff around on all sides and add different images in. It must have knew that we had things to do today. Okay. So let's just go. So that's kind of what it would look like. And I would just go through and check, like I said. I like the fact that you can still see the name at the bottom. The Team Eagle captain is still there, the number, my image all the way around. But you also would have the option of, if you didn't want to do that, you could make the sleeves black or something too. So you don't have to do the same thing everywhere if you don't want to. You can also move stuff around as you want to. You can make images bigger for certain parts. So right now I think I'm on the hood. So if you look at how that's being changed on the hood, so if I just wanted to make what? Just make changes there so that it was a little bit more visible or a little more matchy. Or I could delete it all together and say, I don't want anything on the hood, or I want to do half of my hood this way. I want to do half of my hood that way. So it really just depends on what you want there. I want my sleeves black. I don't want to put anything on the sleeve. Okay. So again, lots of different options to customize different parts. You also could just print on the front only and not print on the back, which there's no real point in that because it's not going to be cheaper, but just to give you options. So I hope that you found that helpful. I know I want to leave it blank. I want to leave it black, but thank you for checking with me. And I'm going to again save this as Eagle and Eric. And then when I save it, I'm going to choose the size. And I'm going to add it to the cart and then proceed to checkout. So yes, very cheap. So $8 for this one. Sometimes they're $13.50. Prices just fluctuate a little bit, just depending on, I guess, when they're doing this crazy shipping thing. But let's just change this to one item. Let's say this was like a realistic order right now. And then I'm going to go to checkout. So I haven't added shipping in, which again, I'm gonna have to come back next week for shipping because this shipping cost is wild. I had planned on actually ordering in real life for you guys, but this is wild. So this one is not too bad, $23. Um, but yeah, so that would be $48.96 for both of those. And literally, I would just have to, come in here and then I'd be able to use my wallet. My credit card is already logged in there. I will use my wallet and I will literally click complete purchase, and I would be good to go. And that's how I would place an order there. Okay. Um,
Coach Kai, what's your typical price for an all over with good
between
shipping, normal shipping?
45 and 50.
Okay, thank
Yeah,
you.
it just depends. Like I said, I usually start at that 50 price point and say, hey, these are $49.99. But if you guys get a dozen, it'll take $10 off the price. But before I offer that, and this is why it's hard during holiday seasons, you always just have to go with that higher price point to make sure that you're able to profit. And then you can always offer a discount from there. Because most times they're going to reach out to you before they go to your website. Now, they could just find your website and go ahead and order. If they go ahead and order their price, cool. Sometimes they'll say, hey, do you offer bulk discounts? I actually will put in my description, I offer bulk discounts. If you order a dozen, you save X, Y, and Z percent. If you order a dozen, you save $10 each. Um, let's see what we got here. So someone asked, I saw your Etsy account, the patches used. I just purchased a bunch of those because I've been making a lot of those as a private labeler, the viral bow design for the embroidery part, not for vinyl. But so for the embroidery part, I'm constantly purchasing those things for different designs. My search criteria is viral bow. Fireball design, and then people put so on Etsy, when I told you guys, you use keywords. So you use keywords and SEO to boost your stuff in the algorithm. Usually get 15 tags. So you kind of tag those words out appropriately. He has the best number. Let me go adopt somebody's child. Hey, do what you gotta do. Volunteer, pull up, be team mom, do something there. Um Do you charge a design fee? Typically, yes. So I have things that are already done, but it just depends on what it is. If it's a team, I typically say my design fee is $35. It depends on the volume. If it's an individual order, I might only charge $20. But again, you got to fill them out. It depends on what they want. Some people are very extra over the top, but I'm also very specific. When I sign a design fee, it's generally $20 or $35, and you get 2 revisions. And then if you want additional revisions after I've provided you good quality based on the instruction and direction you gave me, you have to pay another design fee. Because some people just want to go back and forth with you, back and forth with you. I'm telling y'all, these teams are going to be easy money. It's the one-on-one customers that sometimes, that's all I got. Could the front and back be different? Absolutely. You could have uploaded different images for all those different parts. Oh, I love that, Lavana. It's very cute. Very cute. Yes. Oh yeah, grad season's a whole different beast. We'll definitely have like a zillion. I have so many amazing designs saved from grad season for packages. It'll be so great. Okay, so are we good here? I am so sorry, y'all. I literally wrote in my notes to stop and ask questions between every section, and I did not. Does anybody have any questions for me? This is why I made notes, because I knew I was just going to get caught up and keep going.
I do have a quick question. Are we still, or do you still suggest that the product comes to us as the business owner, and then we distribute it to the customer,
It's
or
totally your call, but I'm gonna tell you something. Think about your experience purchasing. Now, we might say we don't care, but sometimes we do. It really just depends. Like my customers, like if I'm doing stuff for a team, sometimes I might ship directly to them. But most of the times I'm servicing teams, they're local enough that I can just get them to them. But if I was serving a team in Pennsylvania and the shipping is already super high, I might just go ahead and send it to them right away. Or I might send them to, because they're probably from like my home area, to one of my besties that's a crafter. I have several crafting friends in the second biggest location for my orders. But if it's just anywhere in the world, I typically like to see them first, because what happens if they get them and then they say, oh, this was ripped, or oh, this was broken, or I want a refund on this, or I want 50% off? Like, you don't have the opportunity to defend yourself, and they're not very friendly on platforms with supporting you if you weren't able to put your own eyes on it. I have used Printify, I have used Printful, I have used about 5 of the people there. Um, I find in my experience from when I use them, and things could have changed because it's been about a year, but their quality isn't as consistent with some of the other vendors. So I might circle back and give them a try. You are so welcome, Mia, but I'm really big on quality. Oh, yay, yay. Good to know. Good to know. I'm really, really big on quality. So that's just my thought process there. And that's the only reason why I'm saying now, when you guys, if you go ahead, yes, I heard that. So I'm hoping that that means that, they stepped up in quality. SS Activewear and Alpha Broder have also merged. One acquired the other. So I'm not mad at a lot of these partnerships. I'm hoping that because some people are strong in one area, some people are strong in another, them coming together is going to clean up things a little bit. But like I said, as of now, guys, I don't want y'all putting out trash products. If you order a few times and you're like, every time this hits, I've never had a problem, go ahead and do it. The other problem is, are you going to send a thank you card snail mail separately? Are you going to choose, because when I do that, one thing I usually do is just send video mail. I literally would just send a really cute video with, you can put a cute border from Canva, so many different things you can do thanking the customer. Like, hey Eagles, I'm so excited about your season. Thank you so much for choosing me. It was a pleasure to make this for you. Please keep me in mind for anything that you have moving forward, but like a lot cuter, and I'll incorporate a lot more stuff there based on the sport or something like that. So just make sure that you are showing appreciation to your customer. Okay. Okay, so let me see what I missed here, because I was not even looking at my notes. Shaking my head at me. So we did all of that. We went through print on demand, what it is. We talked about benefits. I also added, what are the downsides of print on demand? I gave you guys 10 print on demand platforms that you can use. Canva Pro, again, I don't tell y'all to go out and buy everything. You need Canva Pro. If you don't have Canva Pro, you want to sign up for the year, you'll save money. That's cool. You want to pay the monthly, that is cool too. It's totally your call. Unless you're designing in another software that you have that down pack, Canva is going to be the way to go, especially because a lot of times when people sell designs on Etsy, they just give you the template for Canva now. Not everybody, but I'm just saying, if you don't have another strong design software, it's a good place to start. Shopify, we might have a little bit of time to get to some Shopify stuff. Also DTF and UVDTF, I did want to cover that some. So we're doing okay on time. I do have to keep it at time today because I need to go get some more stuff. I want to go buy some snacks for Coach Nisi so that she's coming to my house today. I told you guys that. So I just want to go get some snacks and get some cute things set up because she's gonna be decorating for a while. Okay. So I'm probably gonna go through one of these things. I still gotta get to y'all homework. We don't have a lot of time today. I might have to come back for that one. So I don't know. What should we do? Okay, let's talk about customer workflow because I definitely want to make sure that we get this part right. So this should be on your sheet, but so from inquiry to delivery, I want to respond promptly to inquiries when I can. Now, I'm just going to be completely honest with y'all. I miss out on a lot of orders. Me, I'm not proud of it. I don't like it. I wish that I was more efficient in this way. I've tried hiring a VA to do this. The problem is I'm not giving a VA my personal login. So I really just don't trust it. So when I get VAs, like you can get a VA for like $5 an hour, and there are a lot of great things that they can do. But when you are using and leveraging VAs, all of my VAs are not from the Philippines, but the ones that are, they will work really hard. They will be really good at certain things, but they're not very good at voice and tone and communication, respectful communication, but just not they don't understand the culture, if that makes sense. And I'm not even just saying like, a black culture. I just mean as an American, period. So I don't always find that they can do that. And then plus, you don't want to just give anybody your Facebook login because my login is attached to my ad account. My ad accounts are attached to my credit cards. It's very, very popular for some of these VAs to go and do something stupid and run an ad or something off of a clean account, and you're gonna go and get yourself banned. And once you get banned on ads, it's very, very, very hard to get yourself out of hot water. That happened to me one time. It took me 2.5 years to get it resolved. And the only reason I think I was even able to get it resolved is because in one of my big masterminds, we have a dedicated Facebook ad specialist that works for Meta, and she was able to help me there. So I don't recommend giving people your thing, but like where does that come from? I have so many messages on Messenger and I go through them. Like I will take my timer. This timer is like my best friend. Again, I'm not telling you to go out and buy stuff. You can actually just go to the App Store and type in tomato timer and get a free version of it. I don't love to use the one on my phone as much because then I'm gonna be looking at my phone all the time, right? And then I'm gonna pick up my phone. Then I'm gonna end up on Facebook. Then I'm gonna end up on Instagram. And I'm telling myself I'm working, but what I'm not doing is staying focused on a particular task. So I like to just be on the computer when I'm doing going through those messages, and I can set a specific time. But what is really cool, guys, I don't know if y'all have seen my story from yesterday on Instagram, but at my job right now, I have a design lab and we're printing 3D phone holders. They're so cute. And I can't wait to like we're gonna bling some of them out, we're gonna cover some of them in fur, we're gonna do like some fun pop-up stuff. And basically, like if you look, you'll see on my story, but you sit your phone into the holder so that it can display your clock the whole time. So super cool there. I bought a digital notebook instead of a new iPad for that reason. Yeah, it's distracting. It's wild. So back to this for your customers. Communication is big and it's hard. Like hopefully you don't find too many difficult things with communicating with your customers to be able to keep up with. Again, with me running ads, my inbox just gets crazy. Like the last The last thing we did, I had 10,000 people sign, not even just sign up for the challenge, but come view the page. And then it was about a 35% conversion from there, so on and so forth. So if those kind of numbers, you just get so many people inboxing you. And then people, like sometimes people will ask questions and I'll be like, oh, you're a scammer because you didn't answer me in 20 minutes. So it just gets really crazy. Um, yes, Pat, go ahead.
Good morning, Coach Kai. So I had two quick questions. One, to roll back in the chat, that price sheet, I think you were saying you were going to put a sheet out to help us gauge what to charge people, like for sweatshirts, t-shirts, stuff like that.
Yeah.
And the other one, if someone asked me, can I help them brand their business, but they already have their logo and stuff, is that something we would do as crafters, or would that fall in the digital marketing field?
Um, so you can be a digital marketer as a crafter. So when you say brand, are they looking for like all custom gear or are they needing support with marketing? Like, what does that look like?
They already have their logo. They're photographers. So his thing was, can you help me brand my business? He wants some beanie hats, some kind of gear. He wants some logos for his camera bag, that type of stuff.
Absolutely. Let me grab something real quick.
Okay.
I need to build out some full kits that I can keep as samples. So I showed you this, and this is actually somebody, he just ordered a ton of more t-shirts because he just got done. He's been all over the place. Afro, what's happening right now? Is it Afro Tech is happening right now? He's at another conference speaking, but he's just been doing so much. These are just DTFs for his shirts, but I also do like polos, sweatshirts, custom tumblers, mugs, mirrors, like anything that they're going to do. I've even helped because I know like good book printers get some of their books printed. And I also suggest based on marketing and just knowing, good stuff for lead generation. Like, hey, have you tried this? Are you doing this? Are you offering that? And kind of like low key coaching them a little bit because if you give them the stats on certain things, then they're more inclined to buy. So you very well, that is definitely appropriate for a crafter. Anything that you need as far as being physically made. And then I tell you guys about private labeling. I tell you guys about outsourcing, right? We're not about to sit here and sublimate 100 pens. We're going to go and we're going to buy the pens. And I actually can give you guys, like when it comes to that stuff, for those things, it's a lot of places you can use. But this is one of my friends and she has a company called She Prints It. And I'm not sharing because she's my friend from one of my masterminds. I'm sharing because she's really good at what she does. You guys, when you're helping businesses brand, I want you to think about this so broad. Again, step one, though, I'll give you the answers, but step one is getting your website up, start making sales, start building social proof, start being able to show people your level of expertise. But then from there, again, we want to be targeting. Let's go to some travel agents. Let's go to some realtors. Let's do all these different things. Let's offer them custom branded boxes. Let's go to some coaches that have mid-sized programs and say, hey, I'd love to send these welcome boxes out for your team. I'd love to be able to offer fulfillment on these. And here are some ideas of the things that you can put in the boxes. We can do these custom speakers for you. You can include a book every month. These could be welcome boxes, these could be quarterly boxes, these could be monthly boxes. I have the pleasure of doing all of them. For my travel agents that I do a lot of business with, they'll do custom bags or custom boxes of stuff. So many things like you absolutely can get into the branding game and helping them market their business that way. And I'll circle back to that as the seasons are appropriate, going through like different people to serve. I've even done branding for dentist offices. So many different things there. I have boxes and boxes of scrubs right now that need to be done. I've also done pens for her. I've done notebooks for her. I've done sticky note holders for her. T-shirts. I've done the jackets for the actual hygienists. And then like I said, the scrubs. They just pop up on my door and I just know what to do. So I hope that helps. Okay. So back to our customer workflow. So now we know we need to get back to them when we can. But what's more important, well, not more important, but you want to respond to people. the big thing is once you do get somebody's money, that's when it becomes really important. When they pay you guys, don't make them have to stalk you. If life is happening or you need a little bit more time, make sure you communicate with them and let them know, keep them aware. Now, when someone is just in there, they're not officially a customer yet, they're a lead, they're a prospect, convert as many of them as you can. Some might fall through the cracks. That's okay. Once you collect their money, this is where you build loyal customers. Don't drop the ball if possible. And when I say don't drop the ball, I mean, I'm not saying you had to be perfect. I'm saying that if something arises, communicate with them and let them know what's going on. Okay. This is where we sometimes do bad in business as small businesses. We don't want to communicate and then we'll just snap back. Like they're like, hey, you said you was going to have my stuff in a week. Where is my stuff? And you're like, well, I had a death in the family. Like, can you be considerate? And they're like, what? Like, how was I supposed to know that your cousin died or whatever the case may be? So make sure that you're communicating with them. Journals, I sublimate journals, but I also outsource them as well. I also print them and I do the covers and I have a journal binder, or I also will use Staples to bind them for me as well. You printing just depends on how many and what I'm doing there. So I have fabric journals and I have sublimation journals. I can pull some of those out the room in a minute. Okay. So using mockups to for the design. So we went through the mockup stage. You guys even asked like, hey, do you use watermarks or no, not really. I mean, they're not great quality. So if they try to copy that picture, it's not going to work out for them. But again, I don't really care because they've paid at this point. So it's theirs. They can have it. So I generally will send them that stuff. Once they say, yes, I approve of it, and I have that verbal confirmation, then I'll let them know. But they already know what my time frame was. So sometimes they order directly on my website or my pop-up sites. I'm really good for making quick pop-up sites for them. Especially for my bulk people. Okay, so after the sale, we want to inspect the product when possible. I'm not saying that you cannot use Printify stuff. I'm saying that while you're starting out, I want you to inspect the quality of the merchandise before you're sending it out to your clients. I'm also saying that if they are local to you and it's not going to cost you a lot to ship, or even if they're not local, and don't say, oh, I can make an extra $6 when you're already profiting 50% on something. Spend the money to do the packaging. Like if I am ordering from you as a coach, I don't care how that stuff come. Just send me that big bag and keep it moving. But just for reference, think about it arriving looking like this. But a lot of times it doesn't even look this clean or this good. A lot of times it's all balled up and dirty and ugly and all that kind of stuff. People enjoy when you send them pretty packaging, pretty thoughtful packaging, your custom stickers, like all that good stuff. 30%, Brittany. 50% is outstanding, but really 30 is going to be the lowest because again, especially for print on demand, that's a crazy profit margin when you're not doing anything but coming up with the design and ordering it. Can someone let me in? Oh, okay. Okay, so yeah, so make sure that, when possible, you can package it pretty, especially during the holiday seasons. For my loyal customers, I might even take the time to wrap their stuff. You also can consider offering gift wrapping services, which is another good way to just upsell and make more money. You can upsell and say, hey, do you want us to wrap this with a bow and some paper and show like a really pretty picture of some stuff wrapped that's realistic that you can do? And charge them an extra $5. Okay. Handwritten thank you cards and branded care instructions are cool. You also can just go on Amazon and get like those t-shirt cards. They're very, very cheap. When I get them, sometimes I laminate them. You don't have to. It's ridiculous. Just forget that I said that part. You don't have to do that. Ask for reviews and encourage customers to refer friends. That's big, especially when you're servicing people like, their sports team kind of stuff, right? Um, Add a small extra when possible. It might be like stickers, positive affirmations, just like a little branded card that says something cute on it to create a memorable experience. Um, always a win there. And like I said, when my customers spend money with me, even when they get the blanket, so generally, like I said, if it's a girl, I'll accompany this with it. For the guys, it might look a little bit different. I do these. When my customers spend a lot of money with me, I customize these right here. So these are like those forever flowers. I love them. And then I might like put their name or something on top of it. With my Cricut Joy, it might take me 10 minutes, right? And I might put like inside of the drawer, I'll put like a little thank you card, or another big thing I'll put in here. It just depends on how big this order is, guys. But not this mirror, but I have another one. Remember I told you guys I have the metal one, so I'll slide that metal one right in that pocket there. And let me just grab these. I told you guys I'll show you the journals. So I also have these journals in a really big size. And you guys did see these journals because remember when Coach Q came on and she did the AI stuff? I made the journal with the AI design. I just added the background and stuff. But this is a fabric one that can be pressed on both sides. Um, I don't really like them. I'm just gonna be honest. But some people love the fabric ones and prefer them over these little leathery ones. I think that these are easier to press, the these ones, because you can just press them. Well, if y'all end up ordering some sublimation journals, you do want to the reason they put this little thing in there, which sometimes you might have to trim down a little bit, is so you can put it in here. But video tutorials to come in the future for that, okay? So yeah, so you do that, and then you just peel off the paper on both sides, you put them in, it sticks, it's great, it works great, okay? So lots of different options there. I went through that. So I'm going to give you guys your homework, and then I might have to circle back with a pop-up, y'all, because I still have 3 full sections on this list that we just didn't have time for today. I might, after I give you guys your homework and take questions, have time to pop up for DTF and UV DTF. Did I save? Let me see if I saved those images. If I save those images, we might be able to run up a listing really quick. I should have saved them. But if you guys have any questions for me while I'm working on this, now is a good time for you to just throw your questions in. Okay, I did not save them, but they are on Canva. Let me see. And y'all see just from today, we have like 7 Canva folders open. I'm gonna go home. Where is my blanket templates? Oh, but I did promise you guys I was gonna show you this. Let me see. Oh yes. Yes, please. I have questions. Where's a good site to make custom wrapping paper? I do my wrapping paper. I design my wrapping paper on Canva, and I print it with Art to Add. So yes. Listen. Where's the good? Yeah, yes, would like to talk DTF, so pop-up will be great. My questions related to adding listings to Shopify or just have them order from a certain site. I typically like to add things to Shopify. Again, when I'm doing my team orders and it just doesn't feel realistic, I'm also a Square queen. I love Square invoicing. Y'all, I will make people invoices right on the spot. You can do the same thing for Shopify as well as far as invoicing. But because I typically use I have a few different LLCs for my crafting business. So one of my LLCs is called MVP Graphic Solutions. And the reason why I went with that one is because it just sounds like much more professional than Candidly Me. Like Candidly Me gives cute crafty vibes, right? But what I was running into was a lot of people was like, you do bulk orders? You can do this for my team? And I'm like, yeah, like if I made one for you, why would it not process in your brain that I could make 100? But it does not process for them, right? Or even when I'm becoming a registered vendor with a school or organization, um, it's just a different vibe. So it's kind of like they put you in a box. They're like, oh, you're a crafter. You're going to make cutesy stuff. You're going to make this one t-shirt. They don't see you as a printer. And I'm actually going to bring, I told you guys about Shardon. She's definitely, she's running $1 million business as well. And her business is called She Prints It, and she's in a promotional space. And we're going to come in and have an argument about the fact that she's still a crafter. And she's like, I'm not a crafter, I'm a printer. And I'm like, you're a crafter, ma'am. You're up there sublimating mugs. You are up there, she does screen printing and all this stuff. You're outsourcing just like we are for certain items. You're a crafter. So we'll talk about that, but she's also going to tell you what it looks like on that promotional side to be making stuff. Okay, so I hope that I answered all questions I can see, plus all direct message questions. So let me go to something else that I'm about to drop for y'all real quick. I was gonna give this to y'all during the I don't know, like it's because in my mind I thought that I gave this to y'all already, and I was like, you know what? I'm gonna give this to them for during the 12 days of Craftmas, but I already have so many other things lined up. I'm just not gonna do it. Okay. So did I share this with you guys? I think I shared this with people that came to one of the pop-up sessions. These are um these are a Tumblr tutorial here, and I actually have a matching video. I actually did like an actual tutorial to go with this as well. So let me make sure. I think this is the one that I can't edit. Time out, time out. Let me not mess this up. Wait, why are you doing this to me? Why didn't you just pull up Canva for me? Thank you. Okay. I always forget to put like do not edit on these designs because I have so many. Copy, 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 copy. Um, oh, but here's a good example of like a team one for I hate this one so much because the picture they share is low quality, but the Tumblr will rotate and it'll show them. It's not exactly what it looks like, but I have to go back and add all the individual names to them as well, with their logo on one side and out on the other. So here is why I like this is because again, a lot of times you can't do this kind of stuff in Canva, but Canva has been advancing so much in the past year that now you have all these super cool features. So I'm going to share this template with you guys, and then you can have this for your Tumblr designs to really wow your customers. And then I will send you the video tutorial as well. So let me create a template link, copy this. Let me come to the chat. Let me drop this for you here. You're welcome. I have so many things for y'all. I just really gotta get organized and get them to you. So that one is there. And then I'll also, give me a second, we'll drop the link to the actual tutorial to go with this one. We're going to run for about 10 more minutes, guys, and then I'm going to have to run home to, well, first I got to run to the store, and then I'm going to run home to do the stuff with Coach Nisi. Your channel. Unlisted. Anyone with the link can see this video. Yes, thank you. Options. Yeah, I made this for you guys on November the 5th. This video. Let me see. So when do we stop being overwhelmed? Never. Said, when do we stop being overwhelmed? Never. I promise you guys, it's not about not being overwhelmed. It's about being able to focus and commit to something during the noise. Because what you're going to do is, again, in trying to do, make sure that YouTube link works for you guys, please. What's going to happen is you're going to be trying to do everything at the same time because I know it's exciting. I have to go through a lot of stuff, guys. Everybody does not want to do the same thing. So I'll be going through so much different stuff. I'll give you so much strategy. You have to say, right now, I am locking in. I'm working on Christmas designs. I'm going to try to sell as many blankets or this or that as I can. We have some people who don't want to make shirts at all. They have completely different specialties. You guys are talented. We have blingers in the group. We have epoxy queens in the group. Like there's so many different areas. So I'm going to try to like really make sure you have one area first before we kind of move down the line to other things. You don't have to offer every single thing that we talk about. In fact, just to reiterate, my goal is not to teach you guys how to craft. My goal is to teach you, like, you're supposed to come, we're going to do a little bit of make, but you're supposed to come with the make, and I'm supposed to teach you how to market and how to monetize, how to go from craft, which means that you can already know that craft. You can already master that craft. You can already know how to sew really well, whatever that craft is, and then we're going to go to cash. And that's my job, is to get you to the cash part, right? So just think about it that way. You don't have to be overwhelmed because we're doing so many things. You don't have to offer everything we offer. And if you don't want to offer something, it's also okay not to do the homework for that, guys. It's also okay. So I want y'all to just keep that with you at all times. You don't have to do everything. I told you guys, 13 paid communities at this point. If I tried to do every single thing that every single coach was teaching me, I would be drowning right now. I would be spending all of my time learning and zero time executing because it's not enough time. So make sure that you guys stay locked in and say, okay, I definitely want to offer print on demand. I love this print on demand thing. When we get to digital products, y'all might be like, that's not for me. That's okay. Whatever you want to offer, lock in on that, complete that, and then let's start something new. I'm overwhelmed. It's always going to be overwhelming. As you guys message me, like you're giving me great feedback. My newbies are saying, what does that stand for? You keep giving me all these acronyms. I'm like, okay, let me break it down a little bit further. So at no matter what stage we're at in our careers, it's always going to be growth. You're always going to aspire to do the next thing. You're going to come across decisions one day where you have to decide, do I even want to offer small orders anymore? You know what I mean? So just really think about all those things. So don't get overwhelmed with this, okay? So I had to show you guys something else. Okay, so DTF and UV DTF. Are you going to do party favors workshop? Yes. Party favors will not happen until the new year. Absolutely. I'm not sure if you guys have seen all the party favor bundle. I showed you guys what that looks like in the challenge. I have everything. I'm a planner and I've done this stuff already. But it's just a matter of when we talk about getting overwhelmed and stuff, I need you guys like we're going to have like when you guys, I'm going to make sure Zion sent that document out because y'all didn't get it. But on that document, it covers like this is what you need to do before we do that. We need to get you set up to run a business. And then once your business is set up, it's so easy to go in and add to that. Best item to start with right now, busy season's upon us. Print on demand. For me personally, I would be spending the next 2 weeks like die hard print on demand blankets, sweatshirts, snuggies, sneakers. I would be pushing items personalized for here's a great gift for grandma. Here's a great gift for, I did say I wanted to come back and show you guys how you can do a digital catalog in Canva too. Digital catalog. I wrote that down first. So I owe y'all some stuff on these pop-ups. I'm waiting for documents. And don't forget, we also do have we have some extra sessions that are on it. You guys have a lot of sessions this month. Digital catalogs is it, guys. Not just digital, but the physical mini ones. I've ordered them. I've ordered them from You Printing. I told you guys how last year I gifted my neighbors with the ornaments. I put them in those little clear boxes. I need to find pictures of those. I showed you guys. My husband said they all look like butts because they're all peaches and I used AI to design them. So I did my own digital designs and I used them for printing them onto the actual ornaments. Last year's ornaments. And guys, do we have any tips and tricks for crafts and vendor fairs? Absolutely. But again, that's next season. When I need you guys to finish this checklist first and make sure that you're set up to operate like fully in that capacity. And even like again, some of you guys are super experienced. I know that, but you still have gaps that you need to fill before you can go hard. Okay. I mean, not go hard. Everybody's going hard, but I'm just saying the checklist is the thing that I said Zion is going to have to circle back on. And that's what we went over in onboarding, like all the things I need you to do before we get to that. So like I said, this program, I've already thoroughly planned it out for the year. Selling as crafters is typically based on seasons and not just like Christmas, but I mean like when is crossing season most popular? When is vending season most popular? When is wedding season most popular? When is baby shower? We talked about some of those stats, but we'll go through those things in the appropriate time frame as we approach them, okay? And then also don't forget that we're going to do our annual planning in December. So when we do our annual planning in December, crafting your best year ever, we will cover some of those things as well. Uh, I have you on my list. I did see that you need that. I did share that you need that, and I'm just waiting for a resolve. It's something that we didn't cover until yesterday, so it might be Monday. Okay. Um, you're welcome. So that's that. But really quick, guys, I got about 2 minutes. Let me see if I can show you guys how I would throw a listing up really quick. I might be a little late. Oh, I'm so bad on time. I would stay here forever if I could, because I want y'all to get it. But I also understand and know that you guys have enough information now to go and execute. You have enough information to make some mock-ups and start selling. You have enough information to find some design so you don't have to do everything yourself. Okay. So I'm going to share, this is my dummy page. That I just threw up because sometimes when I'm on one-on-ones and stuff, I'm just going through some of the stuff with people and I like to show you guys. Yay, I'm glad. I'm glad. Like y'all, just please trust the process. Trust me. Trust the process. Okay, so in Shopify, I'm gonna come over to Shopify. I've logged in. And then this is my dummy page, so I don't really sell anything on this page. I will go to products. This, and I purposely did this, was I had the same theme, one of the themes installed because Coach Jaquita again is going to show you how to kind of walk through and change out those pieces that they gave you from the theme and how to customize them for yourself. So if you had a theme installed, it's not that you have to keep every single area. The purpose of the theme is to make sure that you have a functional page. So when you have a page, for a functional page, I just want to show you what that looks like really quickly. Um, it just has the different areas on it, so the different pages. So this one, I only had the catalog and contact. I'm not going to change the theme right now, but the ones that you guys had that are integrated for everything, like that Lily and Rose, for those of you who got that one, you have all the essential pages on it, and then you customize them if that makes sense. And that's what we'll go back and kind of work on. You can also do it in your own time. But here under products, right? So now let's just take a look at where we were. Let me get rid of some of these pages. We're done with this baby here. We're done with that. Where are the actual listing photos? That's what we need. Let me just go back to Canva real quick. So I would take the listing pics from the blanket. Nope, that's not it. Where are they at? No. Okay, here we go. So I would take these listing pics right here and I would just go ahead and download them. Now, I would kind of probably spruce this up a little bit, guys. I might throw my logo on here, but for time's sake, I'm not going to do those extra things I would typically do because we don't have time. Okay. So I'm just going to download them. Once they download, I'm going to go ahead and extract the files because I downloaded all 3 pages at once. And then once I get those files out, okay, now they're in their own folder. So if I was on Shopify, I will come in and add product. And for this, I will put something like jumbo soft blanket. This is very basic. I would go and ask ChatGPT. I would tell it what kind of blanket it is and ask it for a really great title, particularly for Etsy listings as well, because remember, it's all about SEO. So even when you're thinking about search visibility and stuff, you want to have really, really good titles. For this one, I'm just going to leave it as is. We're going to head over to the baby chatty. And let's just see something real quick. So on art ad, we want to create, and we want to all over print. And this is the hoodie that we chose. Oh, but we're not doing hoodies. Just kidding. We're doing blankets first. Then we went to home set, and then we went to the 60 by 80 micro fleece. So micro fleece might be a good one to add in there too. Okay, so I didn't think so, but I just wanted to double check. They don't really give us a description, but I might still just take that much. And then let me just see what I want to do with that here. Ultra soft micro jumbo. Look, we might really just be able to use this. Ultra soft. I'm gonna say, I'm just gonna add jumbo because they let them know that it's really big. Then I want to come over here, and actually Shopify has AI built into it as well. You see how this shows here on a search engine listing. So because I had all those words, depending on what they, type in, some of these words and sizing might help me become more seen when it comes to search engine. I haven't really loved my experience so far with Shopify AI. I'm sure that it is going to grow to be extra excellent. But it's just not quite there yet. So when I come here, I'm going to say, and I love talking to my phone, guys. So in real life, I would probably be working on something else. You can talk to ChatGPT and it'll talk back to you. Like my girl is real cute. Hold on, let me show y'all what that looked like. I'll be talking to her all morning. So I'm going to go to my own from Craft to Cash is a very fine-tuned, it's basically like I created my own GPT that I love, but let me talk to her on this one really quick. Good morning. I'm creating a listing for an ultra soft micro fleece blanket that is 60 inches by 80 inches in thick. I'm creating a Shopify listing and I need a great description for the blanket. And I need the description to be good for SEO and search engine optimization. I also would like to lead with potential benefits of the blanket before I speak about the actual features of the blanket in a very sales-oriented way. Please create a good description that will help me convert and show the brilliance and expertise and warm and just how amazing these blankets are.
Snuggle into luxury and experience the ultimate comfort with our ultra soft micro fleece blanket, designed to provide you with warmth and relaxation like never before. This blanket is your perfect companion for cozy nights, lazy weekends, or a touch of everyday indulgence. Whether you're curling up on the couch, layering your bed, or gifting a loved one, This blanket promises to wrap you in blissful softness. Crafted with premium microfleece, this generously sized blanket, 60 by 80 inches, offers exceptional warmth without the bulk. Its plush, thick texture provides a cloud-like feel, while the durable, lightweight design makes it easy to care for and perfect for year-round use. Resistant to pilling and fade.
This is nice, but could you please list some of those features and benefits using bullet points to make it easy to read for my customers? She might be sick of me. She's not responding. Like, why you ask these questions? You know you got stuff to do. Right. Could you please redo this and give me some bullet points to make this a little easier to read for my customers?
Wrap yourself in unparalleled comfort with our ultra soft microfleece blanket, your go-to for cozy nights and everyday luxury. This blanket is designed to deliver warmth, style, and lasting quality in one irresistibly soft package. Perfect for relaxing at home, layering your bed, or gifting to someone special. It's a must-have for anyone who loves ultimate comfort. Exceptional comfort, made with ultra soft microfleece for a plush, cloud-like feel that keeps you warm without feeling heavy. Generous at 60 by 80 inches, it's perfect for sharing or stretching out on your own. Year-round warmth. Thick enough to keep you cozy in winter, yet breathable enough for cooler summer nights. Durable quality. Fade-resistant and anti-pilling, this blanket stays beautiful and soft. Wash out.
Okay, so I hope that that gives you something. So I would just go through and read it to make sure that it works. Easy care, easy machine washable for fuss-free cleaning because convenience matters. And then like I would go in and just say I would have talked back to Chatty and said, please provide care in here as well. Suggest cold washing. And then I will also just add, you know, that any custom design, you could use it for this. I will list all of the major holidays, like get custom blankets for any of these, plus sports seasons, so this, and this. So I would just add them there because some people actually read the descriptions. They just do. And then I will come here to upload media, and that's when I will go to our folder. I will go ahead and grab all of those files at once. Okay. And then pricing, I'm going to say that my blanket is $50 and I want them to compare this at $85. It's realistic. I'm not making it up. These blankets are amazing. Cost to produce per item. As we were looking at them right now, that's going to fluctuate a little bit, and it's going to give me my profit margin of 48%. So it kind of has its own built-in pricing calculator here as well. Inventory, I'm telling them continue to sell when they're out of stock, but I am going to put a few here. I usually don't put a ton because even though they're custom blankets, people will be like, oh, she only got 5 blanks left. Let me order all of them, or whatever the case may be. So it just kind of helps with like low in stock. You can integrate apps, or Shopify will tell people when this item is low in stock, only 5 left, only 3 left, so on and so forth. Physical product, I would weigh it at about, I'm just gonna say 1.5 pounds, whatever. But yeah, so we will want to come back and fill all this stuff out like we talked about before. And I lied. I would not list it as $50. I would list it as $49.99 because of pricing psychology. So I would go in and like make this super, super detailed later. I would add this to a collection and do all the things. But for now, just so we get a feel of how easy it was to create a listing, I'm going to save this. And now this product is created. And when I go to my products, I can see that it's here. It's active. There's 5 in stock. It's on sales channel 4. And again, all these things the rest of this stuff was just random from when I was showing people what it looks like when you were actually importing the theme. And then I will go to my online store just to show you guys what it looks like there. Um, oh, that's not what I want to do. And this is not, this is just a basic theme, guys. It's not the fancy built out ones that we integrated, even though I do have one there. But for some reason, I still had, so now you can see these here. So here was something I was just showing somebody how to upload their digital products and use them. But then here is the blanket that we use. When we click on it, it's saying that it's on sale. It's regular price $85. Now it's $49.99. In real life, they will see all of the payment methods because we'd integrate all of them. But now they kind of have everything they need. And the only other thing that we would add here in real life is this is, again, this is a test page. So I don't have all these apps integrated because these apps cost money. But in real life, I would just have it up here so that they could upload the photo themselves. And it would be a lot of other really cool features here for upselling and stuff like that. But since this is a test page, I'm not paying, like I spend, I think, probably like 40 something to $50 a month in apps. So I don't have them on my test pages. So cool. I can check off Shopify listing. So the only thing we didn't get to, which really wasn't part of today's workshop anyway, is DTF and UV DTF. So we'll come back to that. I can show you guys how to order gang sheets because it's easy. And do y'all have any questions for me before we close? Please tell me there's a replay. I need to rewatch this 10 times. There is a replay on this. Ever issue with fulfillment during peak seasons? Yes, Mia, but that's why I always typically during this time tell them at least 3 weeks. So whatever time, if they give me 15 days, it's typically not so late that that extra week won't matter. The thing is, for POD, your job is, well, first of all, I always tell them, your 3 week starts when you pay that invoice, not when you tell me you want to order. I do not start, I do not do anything, I do not do artwork until you pay the invoice or make the purchase. Once they do that, I try to get them a mock-up as fast as possible. You can only control your part. So I got you to mock up within 24 to 48 hours, or I might even say business hours, because a lot of times I don't like I don't like people to expect things from me on the weekends because generally I'm already playing catch up on orders or trying to fit in extra orders. So I hope that that makes sense. So I always communicate at least a full week over the communicated time frame already, or just give them days, like you say 25 days. 25 days. So you need to get this in. And that's why I said for print on demand, that means you really want to get these start, even if you were ready like this week, by the end of this week coming up, you were ready to start pushing the stuff. I don't know why it's gonna take you that long. Y'all know how to make the mock-ups at this point. You know how to do the stuff. Even if you don't post them on your website and you gotta do the DM me kind of thing and invoicing people, as long as you're upfront on the pricing and stuff like that, so they can already know what they're getting themselves into. No need to go back and forth with them. This is how much your blankets are. I'm taking orders for these. Let me know if you want one. And then when they message you, you can have a cut and paste message. Hey, thank you so much for your interest in this blanket. This is the turnaround time. This, you can send me the custom images here, so on and so forth. Not ideal, but if you're just not ready for the website portion of it yet, that's okay. Will you share with us in the group which apps are helpful for Shopify? Yes, I'm going to let Coach Chiquita take the wheel on that. I have quite a few. I like Honeycomb. I have an Etsy and Shopify integrator for some of the things that I have to keep in inventory. Um, those probably are my two biggies, but I do have several. Okay. Yes, you guys have class tomorrow if you would like to attend with Coach Lanisha at 8 p.m. I had to move her. She was supposed to be on onboarding with me. I don't know what I was thinking. I don't know why I thought that we were going to have enough time to do onboarding and another class because onboarding is always so much more than onboarding. So even when a new group comes in, still come to onboarding because I'm always adding new stuff so that you guys know what's going on and what I've added to the program. Okay. So, any more questions before we go? I didn't see it on the calendar. Where can we find a link? Hmm.
Hey, Coach, real quick, while you're doing that, I don't know if you said it or not, but do we have homework or did you give it out or?
Thank you. I would have cried when we got on this call and I didn't tell you your homework. I would have cried. Thank you so much. Is this the student in the class that everybody made that they put their hand up and said something about homework? No, because we want to do our homework, right? Okay, so let me go ahead and paste y'all's homework back on this form for you guys, but I'm going to tell you what your homework is while I do that. So your homework is, and I'm about to paste it on a document. I want to make sure that you can access it. So what I'll do is I'll paste it and then I'll share the document with you guys again, okay? Um, I took the homework off. Beep. Okay, it's back on there. And I'm going to share this document one more time for you. But anybody, you should have it there, but just to make sure. Business basics and setup, yes. We will circle back to those things. But Melissa, the best way to do it is to go watch replays too. If you don't, I will circle back. I'm going to go through all the things over and over and over and over again. Because the first time we go through them, you might pick up 3 out of 10 things and implement them. Then you might pick up another 2 and so on and so forth. But if you want to work at your own pace, you also can go back and just watch some of those videos. Okay, so homework. Do we see homework on the link? Do we see the homework? Okay, and also for replays, guys, a tip is if it's something that you're catching something every now and again, a lot of times I speed up the replays. I like to watch replays on 1.5, sometimes even 2, because I can still hear enough to know when I need to freeze and stop. And just managing so much sometimes is helpful. Or I'll have replays playing and I'll keep my headphones on or something while I'm working and while I'm actively crafting. Okay, so homework. You guys already had this homework. So homework number 2 is not a surprise. Find and post your accountability partner in the group by Sunday. I'm going to give y'all till tomorrow to post it. I know some of you guys are still getting to know each other a little bit. Go in the group, see everybody's been posting. If you were not on the call to get the homework, one, please rewatch that call. It was an excellent call. And then for onboarding. And then 2, you need to go post your information in the group. I talked about the AP part towards the endish, I think, but again, scan through onboarding because we did a lot that day. Homework number 3, we're going to develop five, five, 5 POD items and extra credit if you list them on your website. If you don't have a website yet, that's okay. We are working on those things. But for my people that are there, go ahead and list them. If your website's up, some of y'all already had websites before y'all even came in. There's no reason for you not to go ahead and list some of those things at this point. Make sure that your time frames shown are appropriate. And if you're not ready and your website's not up yet, that's okay. You still get to do the homework. You still get credit for the homework. You're going to post mock-ups in the group. And remember, Coach Chiquita is on again because we want to make sure that we have time to get you guys ready for Shopify and getting this stuff up, okay? The next one, this is all due. It's all due, guys. We just did a 2-hour workshop. So AP was Thursday I signed that, I think, Thursday or Friday, whatever day. Thursday, I think. So now your first hour's homework was 3, and now your second hour's homework is 4. Oh, I do got to show you guys this real quick. I do, because I want it done. Create a VIP Facebook group, and no need to post anything yet. Just have it ready. You do not have to invite anybody yet. I just need you to do it, and I need you to post proof that you did it. For those, does anybody already have a VIP group set up? Let me know in the chat. Ooh, 10:30, she's gonna be late. Perfect. Okay, so yeah, let me know in the chat if you already have a VIP group set up. No.
Coach, can I ask a question really quick?
Yes.
I have what I do is mainly for people I know, and I'm going to set up my everything today. But do you have on your Facebook page like payment is required first? Because the people I do, I get them this stuff, then they pay me. So I need to be able to turn that around. They mainly work with me. I've been dealing with years with jewelry.
That's beautiful, but we're not gonna do that. Make them pay you first. And it's just like it's so much easier. Even think about it this way. Another reason to get paid first is because it's easy to print out orders, right? It's easy to print out invoices so that you already know what was paid and what's ready to go. So I think that let me hold on just a second. I just printed out a bunch of my orders because that's how I like to go through them. Oh, so Here's an example right here. So when I get a lot of these orders here, and she's gonna be late, guys. So we're not going over too far because like I said, I still gotta go to the store and stuff. But I'll give a little bit more time. So I should have made this a 3-hour workshop. Okay, so I do a lot of these cubbies. So when I get these orders, how I stay organized, I usually respond to the customer when time permits and say, thank you so much for your order. You'll get your design back from me, your mock-up with me within 48 hours of your item shipping. Um, and that's pretty much it. Then I have their shipping label. Then I have this paper here, which is the actual order. And I print out their shipping label to get it ready. And then I have the actual item. And then I like to keep them together, right? But if they didn't already pay me for that order, then I'm going through my DMs trying to figure out what they ordered, how they ordered. It's really just about getting organized. And I got all those little baskets. I have like 40 of them from the Dollar Tree. They're so convenient and easy. Okay. I'm late for my 9 a.m. Sheila, you better go.
And, and I have one more quick question, which may seem silly, but I think you told us. How do I print my shipping labels? I just print them off the computer?
You can just, if you don't have a label printer yet, just print them off your computer. You can use, they actually sell some that is split already, but you can go get paper, sticky paper, adhesive paper. You can order it on Amazon, and some of them are already cut in half that is easy for labels. But you can just print it off on adhesive paper if you want to make it easier, or you can just print it off on regular paper and just tape the label on. So those are the options before you guys grab a label printer. Label printers, in my opinion, are also a time saver. Because when I go and pay for a lot of my labels at the same time, I literally can just press print and it's boom, 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 boom. I find it to be a little bit easier. I would keep my eye on it for Black Friday, or put it on my Christmas list. Again, not something that's essential. And I definitely made sure that I earned more than enough money to buy a label printer before I invested in that. Okay. Can you share your business tools, label makers, boxes, etc.? I can, but this is the part I hate because y'all just want to go buy everything. I don't want y'all to buy stuff. I want y'all to make money and then buy stuff. I did not go and get a label printer when I was a newbie. I printed the labels out. Like, I want you to make the $100. I want you to make the $200 before you go buy the things that you don't need. I tell you the things that you do need. I would like to wait, like once I know that y'all made a little bit of money, to come back to that. But I did actually share a lot of those things, Mia, already between onboarding and the last calls. I did tell you guys that I have a roller printer. Somebody already asked this stuff. But they also have the cheaper versions that are compatible, I told you guys, with your cell phone so that you can print from your cell phone as well, right? Which is very easy. I told y'all I would be sitting in bed at night printing labels. I'd be sitting in bed at night printing labels, writing captions, all kind of stuff. So I hope that that helps. So something I need to show you guys real quick, because this is homework number 4 and I haven't gone over this yet. Last thing we're going to cover here, but I'm going to do this right here. And like, even look at this. The first thing that pops up in my feed, who still makes custom shirts? Christina Brown, which is Coach Christy in our group, and then me. Like, this is all day, every day. I get tagged at least 50 times a day, and I'm not exaggerating, between different groups. So once you, again, start putting yourself out there, people know you. You also support people and tag them. When you tag them in their expertise and stuff, they'll tag you. But I'm gonna save that for the social media stuff, okay? For now, we're gonna go to groups. And then we're going to go to create a new group. And then this is where you guys are going to create your group. You guys know how to use Canva now. You guys know how to do basic AI designs now. These are all things that we've covered. So you should feel very comfortable with going and just making a quick banner for your group, right? You can make a quick banner. You can keep your group private. It doesn't need to be public. This is going to be your VIP group. So I'm just gonna call this one Candidly Me Too. Now, I'm not gonna lie, y'all. I abandoned my group a long time ago, but don't be like me. But that's because, again, I've been so focused on custom orders and so focused on coaching. I haven't been pushing it because literally most of the people in my group already order from me. So they're going to keep ordering from me anyway. But this is a great way to push your stuff to them. So when you're like, hey guys, here's this new sweatshirt, especially now, because once they join a group, your stuff is going to show up now because they just joined it. It's still fresh and they have the opportunity to to engage. So the whole goal with this is we're going to create the group, right? Then, as soon as you're ready to drop those designs that you have or mock-ups or create your own or whatever it is that you're going to do there, you're going to invite everybody to the group. You're going to welcome them to the group, and then boom, you're going to go ahead and drop the products in the group just to show them what you're making and get you some orders. You are going to invite every single Facebook friend you have. You let them make the decision if they want to be in the group or not. Don't choose for them. So every day, because you're only allowed to invite a certain amount of people a day, but every single day, the next morning, invite until you can max that out. Okay. So again, the group does not need to be hidden. It can be visible. It's just going to be private, so they can't really see what's in the group unless they're previewing because you invited them. But if you didn't invite them, then they're not just going to be able to automatically preview. So I'm going to go ahead and click create. And for now, that's all I want you guys to do. On one of our upcoming sessions, now that we have our group here, I'm going to teach you guys how to, well, and you also can kind of figure it out. It's kind of self-explanatory, membership questions. So you can ask them, hey, what's your email address? Hey, blah, blah, blah. I really wouldn't do too many questions in a VIP group because this is people that you want to sell to, versus people that really would like to have information from you. So I probably wouldn't even collect email addresses at this point because you really don't need to at this point. It's a great way to get them on your list, but then you can, do giveaways in the group. There are so many other ways. Right now, you want to get them in the door. I'm semi-interested. But now you asking me for my email and all this stuff, and girl, I want to support you, but you're doing too much. So just to get past people's mindset, you have to make them see they're not helping you by coming into your group. You're helping them by providing a service that they need, right? So until we can come up with that mindset shift and they see that you have something of extreme value to offer, I wouldn't even really be asking questions at this point. But you can come back to those questions later, okay? So yeah, I gotta really get out of here. We almost 40 minutes over. Boxes. Okay, those are good things. Okay. Label maker, I told you guys, even though I don't want to, because y'all just about to be going out spending money and you haven't made it yet. Boxes. I typically order my boxes from Uline. It's not cute. But you can also order boxes on Amazon. Amazon takes a little bit longer to deliver the boxes. But generally I'm ordering like 500 of each size at a time. The other hack is, depending on who you use to ship, but y'all, I used to ship in post office boxes. I used to go and rack up on the post office boxes. And then I always put my boxes in poly mailers anyway, and I also get my poly mailers on Amazon. So I do that and I put custom stickers on them. I also like to put like the little mailing truck. I'll either make my own stickers for them or just buy them. But it's like the little postal workers, like they have like the really cute ones, like thank you for your service and all that kind of stuff. So the group is mainly for our VIP customers. The group is for anybody that you invite into that group is officially a VIP customer. That's just how that works. So basically you want to get them, Latasha, in the group so that you can tag everyone. So as you regularly drop things, you're going to engage with them. You're going to say, hey, y'all, football season's coming up. Who's your favorite team? Who y'all cheering for? Another day, anybody have a house divided? My husband is a Commanders fan. I'm an Eagles fan. So he tried to make me sleep on the couch the other night. So it just, just getting in there and engaging with your group, and talking to them about real life stuff. To be clear, we can only have one AP. You can have one AP only. When you get into WHAM groups, you'll have multiple people. They're just two different things. I'm mad I missed those Stanleys. Sorry. I love this thing so much. I made the cutest family football set years ago. I love it. Yeah. So when you're, again, and the other beautiful part of that is people are going to be like, what do people ask you when somebody tag you? Can you make something? Hey, can I see some of your work? What's your website? What's your Instagram? They're asking these questions. You say, hey, here's a link to join my VIP group where you can see a ton of my work. Now, your work should be on your website as well, but your group is a backup. Like, how much time do we waste going on our phone looking for samples to show people our work? WAM, weekly accountability meetings. It's WAM. So cute. Yeah, so WAM group, it's based on I'm really, really science bag. Y'all know, like I'm definitely a nerdy when it comes to school and stuff, but it's just weekly accountability meetings based on the book The 12-Week Year, which is like a super big thing in industry in terms of making the best of your time and stuff. So we're just going to practice that principle from that particular book. Okay. But y'all, I gotta go. I'm so glad Coach Nisi told me she was gonna be late because it gives me time. I gotta go get some treats. I gotta go get some more hooks. And I will talk to you soon. Just re-asking, Collab has one time and message another. What are we talking about, Bernie? For what? I see Collab has one time and your message another. Time for what? Tomorrow y'all are on with Coach Lanisha at 8 p.m. Let me look and see what you might be seeing up here. I see 7 a.m. Coach Alicia's not up here at all. I gotta get your link for that. Actually, let me go ahead and do that right now. And then guys, when you start hiring, I'm gonna be honest with you. The hardest part about hiring people is managing people to make sure they're doing a job that you're paying them to do. It's a little weird, but it's not always just rainbow and sunshines. Canva with Coach Lanisha is tomorrow at 8 p.m., which is the 17th. If we ever do something on Sundays, we try to make them in the evening because we know people have church and obligations and things that they have going on. So 17th, and it's going to end at 9 p.m. 9, 8, yes, to 9. And I'm going to share the link with you guys here, but then I'm also going to, it's going to be on the calendar for you as well, okay? Meetings, schedule a meeting, Canva with Coach. And again, I know this is overwhelming. Y'all look at the replay and remember, just do your homework. If you're doing your homework, like that's really the first step to getting the stuff done because the homework is very intentional to get you comfortable with creating and making and preparing. And it's also strategic because the next steps again are going to be to start posting the stuff so that you're selling it. 8 o'clock p.m., run 1 hour. Perfect. Go ahead and save that. I'm going to send you guys, if you want to copy this link now, you can. I'm also going to go ahead and before I send it to you there, let me go ahead and post it on the calendar. And it says that it's going to remind members 1 day before. I really wish it gave more options than 1 day before. So that I could choose multiple options. But you guys will probably get that reminder tonight. So now it's on the calendar. Coach Lanisha is on the calendar. And yeah. Whose birthday is it? Oh, yay. Happy early birthday, Renee. Oh, happy belated. Happy belated birthday, Kiana. That's awesome. I need to get on my birthday game. Thank you. You're welcome. Okay, y'all. But for real, I really, really gotta go. I gotta go. Okay, but here's the link for tomorrow, but it's also on the calendar for you guys as well. So any last minute questions before we get out of here? I think this is a very productive way. It'll be even more productive if you go and you do your homework. Make the money, guys. It's too easy to make money. When will this go up on replay? This call is about 3 hours, so it's likely going to have to wait for Zion on Monday. But what I can do is once it's done downloading, I can send you the direct link. It just won't go into the actual portal because she'll download it from Zoom and add the link into the portal. But I can maybe get you guys the link until then if you want to look at it again this weekend. Okay. All right, so before you guys go, if you are still on a call with me, send me your email address. Text me your email address. Yes, I do have them, but I'm not about to see who's still on a call and then go stalk y'all for your email address when I can just ask you for it so that I can send you something because good things happen when you stay until the end. And once you get that from me, when you take advantage of it, please feel free to post a picture. No, guys, not here. Text me. Text me. Text me. Text me. POD stayed until the same one that I send you links and stuff from. Send it to text me there until the end. That's just going to help me in the next step. Okay.
Coach Kai,
Yes.
I know on a couple of the sessions, we've talked a little bit about domains. I know Coach from Shopify talked a little bit about it. So I've created a domain. Are we going to circle back to how we actually connect that domain to like an email address, like the actual websites,
Yes,
TikTok?
so we've done that. So what you should do, we'll do it again, but go look at the replays. You guys have access to them.
Okay, because I did, but it didn't quite say how to do it. It just talked about how important it is to do it, but it didn't talk about how to do it. But I'm gonna go back and look again because I've
Yeah,
watched.
and Coach Lagaya's meeting, not
Yeah, I've
Lagaya,
watched
and
hers
Coach
twice.
Shakita's
Not that
meeting.
coach is Coach Queen. Yeah, I've watched hers twice.
Yeah, we've literally, because that's when most of the people connected. And also, it's also broken down really good. Let me give this to you guys right now before we get off, and then for real. Make sure y'all text me. I saw somebody needs a number. I'm gonna get one person a number. Let me give y'all and I'm not going to do this for every group. So when the new people come in, don't be like, oh yeah, you get access to all the old challenge stuff because they don't. It just be what you have going forward. I'm just sharing this because I need you guys on it. So if you want to, let me see the day. They weren't that. So this is before, like I said, every challenge we improve. So we start labeling them different stuff. But when we went through the actual website portion, this was so good. And broken down. So this is another resource for you guys. Can you please, oh, sorry, I only sent it to one person. Please click on this you shouldn't have any problems with it. But that is from the first challenge for all of my people that just came in from this challenge or in between. So I'm not saying that we won't go through it again. I'm just saying that here's a resource until we go through it again. 404-383-7010. Yeah, I think that's it. I text myself too. Let me double check. 404-383-7010. That's the right number. And I'm gonna type the number because I think somebody said they don't have this number yet. 383-7010. So text me your email address there, and I am going to send you guys something, okay? All right, bye. See ya. Bye. So
Thank you. Bye.
you sent me an email. You mean you sent your email to my link, right? To to my number. Okay, cool. Well, thank you guys for spending your time with me today, especially because we went so over. I'm so sorry, but I hope that you got that additional value, and I will talk to y'all soon. I'm about to run home. Coach Nisi just said she's on her way. I'm gonna go grab some snacks and head home. Bye.